In celebration of Hip Hop History Month, Langston and Wari are pleased to bring you a full rebroadcast of our Seattle hip hop series, 206 The Break. In an effort to honor the culture, lineage, and impact of Seattle hip hop in the Northwest, in 2014, Governor Jay Inslee proclaimed November as Hip Hop History Month in Washington State. 206 The Break presents two local DJs that collaboratively programmed and recorded a set composed exclusively of songs by local hip hop artists of a specific era from the 80s to the present. Each set is presented in a live stream program hosted by two local hip hop luminaries, bringing their unique insight to the music, the local culture, and the scene of the era represented in the episode. Join us every evening, November 11th through the 17th at 6 p.m. as we revisit each episode and honor the uniqueness of Seattle hip hop. Happy Hip Hop History Month. With Jaguna.
All right. Peace, y'all. My name is Jaguna Geshoro, aka Monk Wordsmith of the Physics. Happy to be here at Wari to talk with my brother Yidam Sek about our era of 206 hip hop. Born and raised in South Seattle, came up in the hip hop community here in the city of Seattle, and I'm blessed to be a part of it.
Peace, man. Glad to be here with Jaguna. My name is Yidam Sek, aka Yidam Sek, aka Yid Sek, for some of y'all who know me as that. Seattle native, Central District raised, solo act. Just glad to be here, man. Glad to be actually being able to present some commentary from an era that is particularly special to me. Peace.
All right, we're going to get into some music.
All right.
Okombo ya tata, pe ya mwana, pe elimo santu. Amen. Nzambe, tosengi kombo na yo obinisa biso. Pesa lupendo. Pesa biso pouvoir. Na kombo oya yo. Tondimaka yo pe tondi yo. Amen.
Make your way to the front so we can all share in this vibe.
Audio, visual, make music, live life, hustle, continue on. Audio, visual, make music, live life, hustle, continue on. Audio, visual, make music, live life, hustle, continue on. Audio, visual, make music, live life, hustle, continue on. It goes one for the culture, hold up, y'all know the math. If you don't take the time, relax, stop and ask about this hip-hop culture, business / corporate affair. Throw your hands in the air while the DJ's on the reel with the giggy yes. Y'all, no time to pause, I'm a rebel with the cause. Defeat between the claws and examine the fine print. When it's time to hustle strong, then it's full out. Extend, I run straight through those who oppose and prevent my grind. Troubling times be on my mind.
First local groups that
Okombo ya tata, pe ya mwana, pe elimo santu.
Okay, so we are having a. Yep. So we just have to recue the files for a second, y'all. Give us a minute. Hold tight. Like I said, it's grassroots. We're gonna be all right. Just hang with us, and we'll start over.
we can still chop it up in the meantime. So
Yeah.
we started off, big up, rest in peace to the homie Jay.
That's gone.
Source of labor. I know that was
The screen's black now. Oh.
Some of the OGs who we look up to. I remember them being some local artists that I, knew of and saw in the town putting it down that really laid the foundation for us. And of course, John was always putting events together, always in that leadership role. I know that when I was even like in 7th grade, one of my homies, one of my best friend was his big brother was homies with Janiyah. So,
Ooh,
so
my God, I still see him.
Okay, yeah, this is, I don't know, that's why we try to get it started and test everything ahead of time. Okay, so yeah, it went out, all out.
Oh, we can hear. Oh,
Okay.
it's black.
Yeah, so there's a delay. Keep talking, just keep
Okay.
talking.
okay, yeah.
Sweet.
So
Janiyah.
yeah. So, Source of Labor, that's how I remember just getting on to Source of Labor at that point, like him putting me on to Source of Labor. Like, so they're like one of the, first local groups that one of my homies put me onto. And so
That's crazy.
just
'cause,
get onto it early.
like, I got crazy stories about both of them. Is the first time I actually got introduced to John Moore was, I don't know if he worked at Miller Community Center or if he was just doing some events down there, but he ended up inviting me inside and introducing me to the Roots, bro.
Oh, shit.
Just straight up. That was in there. This is before the blow up. Gave me the little demo tape. And that's kind of where my first introduction to them might have been. And then I backtracked. As far as my introduction to Janiyah, though, I just remember seeing him all the time, but we really didn't chop it up until one day he said, "Hey, I heard you got a show at Nectar. You should let me DJ for you."
Yeah.
And it's the first time I ever seen it. This brother brought in his turntables, his mixer, and literally a big ass computer screen,
Oh, damn.
and just set it up and just went to work.
Oh, yeah. He's a legendary
my guy
DJ.
is
Man.
beasting with it, man. First time I ever seen that big ass computer, man. Like, it wasn't no laptop. It's like, okay, but yeah, I mean, just good brothers, man. They definitely influenced me as far as hip hop. Gave me my first introduction into hip hop, which was mainly that like boom bap.
Oh, yeah.
When
yeah.
it was like still in the organic stages. So
Yes, because that kind of laid the foundation for us, like, that sound and aesthetic of the Source of Labor, Tribal Jasiri, that era laid the foundation for, what we looked at as, the shit. So that really shaped us, a lot.
Seattle definitely got something special. Definitely got something special. I feel like the sound itself has always been kind of uniquely Seattle, exclusively Seattle. I feel like we've always been a little bit more open to playing with a little bit more diverse sound, style-wise, sonically, everything like that. So, the 2000s, to be here and just witness what happened in the 2000s, you can backtrack and pretty much connect all the dots. It seems like everybody coming out of the 2000s can directly connect where their influences and styles came from. And that's back to the ones who laid the foundation here in the town for us. So I think it's pretty dope.
Yeah, that's real.
It's a clear path. So yeah, man.
Yeah, and I feel like, as we talk about the 2000s, we come from like, being in high school in the 90s and, that Tribal Jasiri foundation. And I feel like the 2000s were when a lot of that momentum that was built up and a lot of us that came up, looking at them as the heroes and the ones that showed us how to do it really came into our own looking at them,
That's
of course,
sure.
because we were recording at the pharmacy with Vita and they were showing us how it's done. But so whenever I hear that music, I think about, those kind of pivotal people that laid the foundation for us and showed us that we could do it.
Golden era hip hop for sure. I can agree with that one.
Yeah, that's
I
real.
got plenty of memories. Pharmacy was the spot. This was some of the first times I actually touched the Triton 88 keys, and Vita taking me down into the studio, and that's where I got introduced to Infinite, B Self. Another story about B Self, man. The time when I first got my introduction to the Fugees, and Lauryn Hill had just done Sister Act before they had really popped. B Self actually had them here doing promo over at Garfield. And I remember he gave me the white tape, and they literally were battling Cruz, bro.
Yeah, you've been telling that story for a long time.
But I'm telling you, Lauren said it. She said it in the album. Y'all remember the summer of '92? Battle after battle, crew after crew, whether that was Seattle or not. In my heart, that was Seattle.
Oh, yeah.
Because I'm like, yo, I ain't know about no Lauryn Hill outside of Sister Act before that blow up. And then just to see her go against the homie Myron and everybody else in the field and just chopping, just killing everybody, man.
Yeah, and I think that's like, it's funny looking at this city now and how it's gone through so many eras and how the scene has expanded, and I start to think about those people that were pioneers in throwing shows and like putting the shows on and putting the venues down, and like you're saying, bringing big artists here when this was nowhere on the map and building it up. And you know, we want to give those pioneers the love because now it's nothing.
It's nothing.
You know,
well, I guess we're the ones, right? I guess we're the ones blazing next. I'm not sure how that works, but yeah, you know, you can't. I think it's important that you don't forget, you know, where you came from and who actually gave you your introduction into the game. And I'm gonna always be thankful that I have platforms like this or opportunities like this to discuss how impactful the music was prior to us and what we do, based upon the individuals who laid that foundation to us, gave us those introductions, gave us those opportunities to rock those shows. Because I was opening up for names that I probably could never get next to at this point. Yeah.
So we're grateful for that too, for you coming and being a part of this platform and adding your voice to the conversation. And so with that, I think that we have resolved our technical issues.
Sweet.
Thank you guys for filling in the
What's
gap,
up?
you know, while we figure
No
that
problem,
out.
no problem. It's all good.
That's what we do, you know, true Africans in the building.
you know.
Anyway.
And this is real. I mean, everybody family. If not, you family now. Welcome.
Exactly.
You know, this is non-pretentious, and you know, we doing what we supposed to do.
So we're gonna go ahead and start this,
Amen. Nzambe tosengi kombo na yo obénisa biso. Pesa pesa biso pouvoir na kombo oyo ya yo. Tondimaka yo mpe tondi bato. Amen.
Make your way to the front so we can all share in this vibe.
Audio, visual, make music, live life, hustle, continual. 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 It goes one for the culture, hold up, y'all know the math. If you don't take the time, relax. Stop and ask about this hip-hop culture, business / corporate affair. Throw your hands in the air while the DJ's on the reel with the yicky yes. Y'all, no time to pause, I'm a rebel with the cause. Just read between the claws and examine the fine print. When it's time to hustle strong, then it's full out. Extend I run straight through those who oppose and prevent my grind. Troubling times be on my mind, but I pay it no mind. Stay in tune with the divine and build my skills on a gradual incline. Take care, protect, provide for me and mine. My queen, my seed, my son, my wife, my life. It's like that, y'all, and it just don't stop. Source of labels coming through with the hip and the hop. Audio, visual, make music, live life, hustle, continual. 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 We just cooling out west in the city by the sea. Precipitation got a hold on me. Felines and canines is how it likes to pour. So I slide out my house and swim through the wet streets. My device for flotation, all the sounds in my script. We will not fall off, we will not slip. We won't be swept under by the current of a current fad and wash away with the tide like a trend. 1200s blend to provide the mix, y'all. Straight from the soul, no industry tricks, no gimmicks, no hype. We just rocking it right. And we gon' rock on till the dawn. dawn is broke. A cloud of smoke circles the bowl. Spirits are lifted and the story is told. Y'all, we watch, we listen. This enables us to speak through the speaker. Our ancestors' voices are heard. See, we've been blessed by the gift of the spoken word, motivation, and will. Y'all, it spills from the mind, look deep inside yourself, and soon you will find the light. Introspection, astral projection. I am not African, that's timeless reflection. Alpha, Omega, revelation. From tribes on the Nile with infinite style to inner city streets where the bricks lay your pals. From tribes on the Nile with infinite style to inner city streets where the bricks lay your pals. From tribes on the Nile with infinite style to inner city streets where the bricks lay your pals. What? Audio, visual, make music, live life, hustle, continual. Audio, visual, make music, live life, hustle, continual. Audio, visual, make music, live life, hustle.
This is Jay Moore, the mayor.
Audio, visual, make music, live life.
Audio visual source of labor.
Audio, visual, make music, live life, hustle, continual. Audio, visual, make music, live life, hustle, continual, y'all. Audio, visual, make music, live life, hustle, continual. Audio, visual, make music, live life, hustle, continual, y'all.
You know who? Seattle shit. Boom Bap Projects. Seattle can get done with a big 2-0 sickness. From Raymond with hit lists that won't stand for bitch shit. Bring the ruckus and the pain to these fuckers when we rearrange the game and the rain drop by buckets.
With a grimy stay at it and grind and make ends meet. Walk around in packs like we own the whole damn street. Where respect is earned and not given out freely. And fake bucks get X'd out for acting high as a ditty.
Experience a monsoon like the late Jimi Hendrix. Where they charge us with murder off a preempted sentence. My squad can drop y'all off the face of a needle. With my right fist in the air screaming power to the people.
We stay high off adrenaline, self-medicate to maintain and push past these dark clouds, set it do our own thing. Products of an environment that's been ignored too long. Quiet taste for violence, don't like it, better move on.
Welcome to Seattle where the sun don't shine. Where we redefine the hard line between beats and rhymes. We solemnly swear
to forever keep grinding and find the industry with the way that we shining.
Welcome to Seattle where the sun don't shine. Where we redefine the hard line between beats and rhymes. We solemnly swear
to knock the world off its axis and spit by this hot shit to motivate the masses.
My posse's on Broadway, the district, the beacon. My cat's on the south end with Cadillacs and sheepskins. Swiping down on your PM Dawn stage show. 400 feet, send a field wall at Safeco.
With a misguided attitude, some misread is arrogance. We don't follow suit, we suit up and do better shit. From the north end of SeaTac down to Thorn City, the northwest of Sona, we show crafts, no pity.
I'm nightclubber lane with a chain and a mohawk. No restraints when I have to pick the brain of a show-off. With a stereotypical means of making rappers miserable. With a smokescreen agenda and the rap sheet of a criminal.
Haters get dealt with, recognized and plucked out. Just devilish grin when you're notified your luck's out. Aim as steady as Ichiro swing. Spit style machete to cut down your whole team.
Welcome to Seattle where the sun don't shine. Where we redefine the hard line between beats and rhymes. We solemnly swear
to forever keep grinding and blind the industry with the way that we shining.
Welcome to Seattle where the sun don't shine. Where we redefine the hard line between beats and rhymes. We solemnly swear
to knock the world off its axis and spit by this hot shit to motivate the masses.
The city never sleeps, so don't sleep on us. Here where cats catch a record deal and still ride the bus. My posture on a poster with a thumb up in the holster. With anger and adversities, we're grown and getting older.
We them I-5 assassins with a hard knock like ministry to take shots at cats when we question their abilities. Under gray skies, we manage to blaze right. Always on the late night, kill it, always stay tight.
Place a derringer in the hands of a mariner. In the land of big smoke, we just broke down the barriers. The 206 areas, true pit bull terriers. The day that we fall off is the day y'all can bury us.
In the northwest, we stubborn, got a problem with authority. So we slide under the radar with the so-called majority. Learn to overstand, so we rule with heavy hand. And double check the quality to dominate the land.
Welcome to Seattle where the sun don't shine. Where we redefine the hard line between beats and rhymes. We solemnly swear
to forever keep grinding and blind the industry with the way that we shining.
Welcome to Seattle where the sun don't shine. Where we redefine the hard line between beats and rhymes. We solemnly swear
to knock the world off its axis and spit by this hot shit to motivate the masses.
Welcome to Seattle, Seattle, Seattle.
Step up. Who is he? Step up. Who is he? Step up. Who is he? Step up. Who is he?
Rap for the sake of art. I take part in punishing those who chose to think of art. S gains momentum despite a slow start. Hoes play the part of a groupie with no heart, let alone brain matter. Buy your drink, smoke my weed up. When it's all gone, you're like, see ya. Wouldn't wanna be ya even on a good day. Cool like the projects without the hood spray. I'm the one you should pay when it comes to this. 9 times out of 10, I'm the one dummies miss. Honeys kiss quicker when they know you got chips. When it's all spent, they back to the strip to strut hips. And I don't mean to sound bitter, I only know the time, this is why I'm no quitter. A go-getter, so I'ma get going. Mad shows to rock, many skills to be showing. And niggas hate work, so I remain alone and no ass. A coke involved, you don't want none. Fools that got lobotomies, but I can hold it down if that's the way it's gotta be. Who is he? Who is he, yo? Who is he? Who is it? Come on. See you in the not so funny page. Run, escape. Mike's a scary monster, cause I like to rap still. Yeah, I'm that ill. Rose be like, damn, look at Spec. That cat still dedicates pages with or without the wages. Jumps up on stage and pulls the pen out for all ages. Mike hard rages like rockers. Put muscle on, get my hustle on like Kevin Stalker. You can find me at the bar having a vodka with Duval. About to start a whole new crew, y'all. New and improved, cause a few wouldn't move. Stick with the Shakers, run shit like the Lakers. I would like to take you back to the days of raw art. Never thought I'd see it all fall apart. Chaos, everyone think they a rhyme sayer. No experience yet, you an expert, exactly. Extra whack, incredibly weak lyrics. Spare us, nobody wants to hear it. These rhyme battles are a joke. If I was one of the judges, I'd chop you in the throat. Everybody came in last place. We have no winner, and thus have no dinner. The wittiest, the shittiest, the cityest pissed, cause they know who's the filthiest at killing rap shit. Mine still intact with facts to knock you back with. You need practice at getting that ass kicked. Get me a switch so I can heat the legs up. Mike's forever mine, and that's dead up. Head up to the rest if you need to get bested. I'll pull out my dagger and stab you with some fresh shit. Mike is not the man to mess with. Obviously, you're just a hobbyist copying shit, G. Bloke, beats enhanced by weed smoke, but even sober I get mad evil on the keys, bro. Steelers are known facts, so go ahead and quote that. Thoughts to go back to the lab for more dope tracks. I co-hack it like my man Jay Kirby, created a classic for those that never heard of me. I'm Specs One, known to keep your toe tapping. I chose rap instead of following some hoes yapping. Word, I get most language with slang and shit. Imagine the S, I'm like, you rang and shit. Keep you busy like a cat test at best. Sleep and miss me like my access address. Lab yes inside a headphones building. Y'all don't wanna hear it from the best known living. Crews disgruntled MCs in a tizzy. Down for eons, you still be on some who the hell is he? Who is he? What's up? Who is he?
Shout out to the Physics, Laguna, Kid, Justo.
Late night riding, wonder where I've been. In the city, smiles in my pockets hurting. Trying to chase a paper, but won't make it. So I'm trying to take my singing on place, running every single day. I'm trying to make my way up, sipping on Coronas on my drone and trying to make mine. Sipping on Coronas on my drone and trying to make mine.
It's Tubman Jr., baby. You know I'm with the business. I'm with the physics. You better take a picture. History in the making. We bringing home the bacon. I'm the ladies' love, that's why these niggas hating. Let's get your mind right, that's what you oughta do. I'm shutting hoes down, they getting auto-tune. Miller spit the realest flows, 2 blunts of Candy Kush, cantaloupe haze, time to get a street to heavy bush. I'm fucking up with Justo, if y'all niggas must know, we just chillin', just blow. Skill sharp as Cutco, hanging with them cutthroats, partner fresh out of jail, moving Ivy League dro, got that medical from Yale. Your boy got love for sale, I'm wide with my clientele. 420 baby pop, smokers know me very well. It's the medicine man, peep how I'm working y'all. Fat bags, black hash, hash on word no. What?
Wonder where I've been. In the city, started in my pockets, serving. Trying to chase some paper, buy one pager. Someone trying to take my, saying no, this running every single day. I'm trying to pay my way out. Sipping on Coronas on the drum, trying to make mine. Sipping on Coronas on the drum, trying to make mine.
Hello. My name is Nat, they used to call me MC Blazing Sack. I lace a rap with major tack. My DJ placed the wax up on the technique. Then I let speech drop the rhythm till you feel this nigga. My words are real and trigger backlash. Got ran up the road to fast cash. Now I ride on the opposite side, hoping I can get my chance fast. Got fame in the opposite lane, but I maintain game as hot as sweet spots. Quick to flame them trees, stop with the hatred, man. You clowns is funny. Can't be around some money. I'm a lounge with honey, then proceed to cop a brown is lovely. I down Coronas on Madrone and lime twisted in. Inhaling on McClellan with a cup of lime twisted gin. Trying to slide out of 5-0, my mind on dough. Some of that 26 hydro out my window. Why the wind blow with a dip so potent? I'm open, smoking with an info. Cognac and Endo. Got a nigga on pit mode, trying to present more ways to get paid. Wanna see the lights on most of my money, be legit mad. Get a quick pay for the get late, cause I look real clean. I'm looking at a chain of an ill team, so remember that. Been in the seat when I'm tipping back off that. VSOP, come on, y'all niggas know me thick, that down a 6-pack. LCD when I get back.
Late night riding, wonder where I've been. In the city, swerving in my pockets, serving. Trying to chase some paper, buy one maker. Someone trying to take mine, saying no, this running every single day. I'm trying to take my way out, sipping on Coronas on the drum, trying to make time.
Hey, bruh, I remember when that shit dropped. Everybody named Mama was on that, bro.
Yeah, that was, shout out to DJ Surreal for putting down Coronas on Madrona by the Physics. That's one of our favorite songs of our own, one of the classic songs, dedicated to the city, the sound of the town, Coronas on Madrona, basically describing the lifestyle, what we did at the time, what we still do to a certain degree. You kind of, just kicking it in the city, drinking, smoking out on the lake, kind of the lifestyle music of Seattle, and that's kind of what we were known for as the Physics. So that song reminds me of that era, and I feel like we were really getting in our bag when we put that out, and we got to mess with one of our favorite MCs at the time, Maniac, and he really killed it. I remember kind of us putting the song together and then adding that verse as the final piece, but we put it as the first verse because it was so fire. Yeah, it was just perfect. So that song brings, back a lot of memories, a lot of shows, and the OK Hotel. Reminds me of the OK Hotel. We had the studio there.
Everybody was gracing the OK. Who hasn't had a studio in the OK Hotel? That place needs to be a landmark at this point.
Yeah, there was the pharmacy. Adios had his spot.
Yes.
There was us, the Physics studio, and so it was just all the energy at the OK Hotel was just constantly lit. We were moving from studio to studio, just all the homies, pharmacy always moving, our studio always moving, and just the energy of that era was crazy.
Man, I love that song, bro. Yeah, y'all gave us hits, bro. Physics gave us hits, man. Physics put it down for the town. I have to say that. Shout out to Thig. Shout out to Just Diamato.
Yep. And Thig did that hook. I was mentioning to you kind of during the break. That's when I feel like Thig was really getting in his bag too with the hooks and really the vocals and playing with his voice. And so, I can just of course, can hear the growth. Remember that just taking him to the next level,
That's dope. That's dope.
Anything about Jen's opening set?
Man, Jen's filthy. And her name is Filthy, bro. Queen C, come on. And I think that there is that the women in hip hop, specifically women DJs, they're not highlighted enough. There's not enough representation. And just off of them 3 songs that I heard,
Oh, yeah.
were so in pocket. Like, one after another. Like, her ear is phenomenal. I'm sorry. She's dope.
Yeah.
She kicked it off.
She went in.
Yeah,
yes.
she got a real grasp of the sound of the era. She hit it off the right way.
And I greatly appreciate it. I had to ask the question. I don't know if the audio was right. There was works that were put out prior to my introduction in hip hop. So I am still a student of the game. There's still town music that I'm not even familiar with. So to kick off that first joint with a Word Sayer track, I was familiar with the hook. I heard that before. Merciful, I think, might have gave me that on some type of compilation album, but I could not pinpoint. I had to say, Jazz, where did that come from? What album is that off of?
Yeah, we're trying to identify what Source of Labor album that song came
If you
from.
know,
So if
let me
anybody
know.
knows, chime in on the live, please. The song's called Audio Visual. We know that. But if anybody recalls the actual album,
let us know, man. If they got, that just tells you how you could, we're still digging in the crates. It's 2000, baby, still digging in the crates and pulling out jewels that we're not familiar with. At least me. That's my story.
Oh, yeah.
Dope. Filthy.
And what kind of struck me about definitely her first 3 songs is like how much the music sounded like the city. Like, you know, our music was mellow, slow, almost like rainy music. Like in an era where everything now is like local sounds are less predominant because everybody's hearing everything and exchanging everything. Really just reinforced to me like we were inundated with the genre of local music that sounded like the city, and that's what we came up with.
we were on those chill highs back then.
That's because the weed was, it was the weed. Yeah,
Let's
that
talk
was
about
something
that.
else. It was that organic. And then again, when that Boom Bap project came down, we were talking, and we used to buy weed from them dudes, man.
Shout out to Jig. She just chimed in. DJ Frequency is online live right now. That's from the Stolen Lives.
Yes.
I have that
All
album,
right.
so I'm slapping myself right now for not knowing that. Thank you so much, Jen, for that.
We needed that.
You kicked that off quite nice, sis, for real.
Man, good, man, so beautiful.
Yeah. Do we want to hear some more?
Yeah, you got that right.
Shout out to Godspeed. My guy Phil Hines.
It's all up to you.
B flat.
Something within. Ain't nothing to hide.
Crispy on the beats.
If you want to show it, something you feel, something you know. It's all up to you. If you want to show it, something within. Ain't nothing to hide. It's all up to you. If you want to show it, it's on tonight. Got you in my sights, baby. So what are you drinking? Already know what I'm thinking, baby. Watching you dance, got so many demands. Making you laugh, giving you a bubble bath, baby. Playing little jazz, don't sound too bad, baby. Banging like a tambourine, and baby it's a damn good thing, baby. Talk about a throwback, and throwing a little Bobby Womack. Something you feel, something you know. It's all up to you if you wanna show it. Something within, ain't nothing to hide. It's all up to you if you wanna show it. Something you feel, something you know. It's all up to you if you wanna show it. Something within, ain't nothing to hide. It's all up to you if you wanna show it. You look like me, fly, and I look like girl. While I'm acting for you. Compliment after compliment. And I can't stop till you give me
Black Han Solo seeks down round Leia. King seeks queen crown, bring down prayers. Speaks out anti-imperial. Look at your cereal. Must love cereal and Del Taco. Cause love ain't love if we can't share nachos. You listening creative like Genesis. Her art is a form of resistance which her heart forms in remembrance of our culture. Indigenous still demands we're living in the present like some Christmases. Heavens and her kisses, winds colder when there's distances between us. You see us could win this rebellion. She the shit who you telling fella left off Terabella. Yeah, the kind you don't abandon. Made me wish Rainier wins right to Laurel Canyon. Ran into her in a town full of scoundrels and thugs. And I'm one but fuck Paris opens now the city you love. Black Han Solo seeks down brown Leia, who has no respect for poets, pimps, or players. They all the same, she sees through all the game, labels them all lame, they in that far right lane. Speed pass, it ain't no head wrap or knee pad. Don't need that, it's weak. That's how many think that they have to fit a type or scene before she have a chance at acceptance. Why not grab exception? Boys are a cliche, she sees through that deception. But you don't have to be, girl, change your perception. And dude, you couldn't snatch, no matter your profession. I'm holding her close for your punk ass protection. Inward direction equals our perfection. What I get in one woman, you would need a whole collection. And wonder why you're so unfulfilled. I mean, I seen your girl, dog. I wonder why you straight still. Same. One, tune this.
Vida.
Them cell phones that have you caught up quick. Have your main thing talking about
who that bitch? Who that bitch? Who that bitch?
Yeah. Internet'll get you caught up quick. Have your main thing talking that
who that bitch?
Yeah.
Who that bitch? Who that bitch?
All a player is really is a pimp with no pay. They've been players since the biblical days, since the OJs, when our grandpas was doing it big, foolish with it. There was way less popping that'll put you in a twist. All your schemes and your alibi worked all the damn time, cause all your girl could do was track you down on the landline, leave it off the hook, so they get the busy signal. Have your boy cover the lie. Pretty simple, but times done change. Call her ID, put a black eye in the game. Can't lie to your name about who you was in contact with. Women are forensic scientists, they own that shit. For real, you got a cell phone bill, itemized list of everyone you call. She will find a lie quick. She went through your phone while you was fast asleep. Found the flick of you hugged up with a white chick. That's it. Them cell phones that get you caught up quick. Have your main thing talking that
who that bitch? Who that bitch? Who that bitch?
The internet'll get you caught up quick. Have your main thing talking about
who that bitch? Who that bitch? Who that bitch?
Graduated to the internet. These broads on this black planet got a nigga set. Hit 'em up, all you gotta do is press in. Getting Adam in the club is making less sense. Please, I keeps it analog, y'all fucking up the essence. Scared to use the mouthpiece that they blessed with. This internet game is reckless. The girl that you mess with is visiting your top friend's profile now, making a checklist. Sending messages to the next bitches about you having sex with her. Man, that chick is vicious. It gets worse on a website tag picture of you in the club hugging the freak you had with ya. But you told her you was with your best friend. The photo is dated the night in question. They put it on your Facebook, now she's on your Facebook lying, saying you got her pregnant. Them cell phones will get you caught up quick. Have your main thing talking about
who that bitch? Who that bitch? Who that bitch?
The internet'll get you caught up quick. Have your main thing talking about
who that bitch? Who that
bitch? Who that bitch?
So all my players in the building, keep your hands down. All my players in the building, keep your hands down. All my players in the building, keep your hands down. Because a true blue player always keep it low. Come on, you sweating me.
Fight is the GOAT.
Facts. Super facts.
Hey, that beat though is just super vibey, and it takes me somewhere, man.
Yeah.
And his visual storytelling is impeccable.
Yeah, we was just bugging out because Vida has so many masterpieces that it's crazy when you start to flow through them, and when you look at the levels to it. Just as a producer,
Oh my God,
legend, off top.
doing it.
Then you look as an MC, off top. Then as just an artist of telling stories and comedy and really creating entertaining music. Music that's just not excellent musically, lyrically, but entertainment value and in terms of relatable scenarios in a song that is just masterful, you know? So shout out to the big homie Vida.
I definitely can say that he makes music that has shelf life. And I appreciate the fact that out of all of the OGs, he's still accessible. Like, you can still reach out and touch Vida.
Oh, yeah.
I love it, man. Shout out to Vida. What was them other cuts? What was that, Godspeed?
Yep.
Dude, come on. Hey, let's talk about, now that we on the, it was Kings, B-flat, Crispy, Phil Hines. All individuals who I've had the pleasure of working with. And I was telling Jaguna when the sound was off, man, Crispy might be one of the dopest producers that the town really hadn't had time to digest or got the opportunity to digest, like, really. And that production value was dope. Phil, I've worked with him, phenomenal MCs. I think Godspeed in general was just a nice balance, man.
Phil always brought those good vocals.
Always.
He brought it together with his voice.
And I think we was talking about that was a time when we saw that everybody really had to tap in with getting your live band right, getting your musicality up to par, because the city was always a place where you had to be lyrically up to par. And we came from kind of a more earlier boom bap focused place to somewhere where you had to show your musicality. And so I definitely started with Godspeed, and then, Kings, thinking about Kings and his development from one of the, Kings is such a beast, and again, I think he's also unspoken to a large degree. The lyrical prowess he had, the storytelling, the meaning in his lyrics, and the passion with which he does this, he's one of the illest MCs to do it, in my opinion. And whenever I hear him, I think about cats on the top tier, even up to this day, and my boy Kings rocks with the best of them.
Yes.
So shout out to Kings.
Kings is so underrated. I feel like we graduated, or I don't know if we were the same year, but we definitely was at Garfield together. And he's just so unassuming. Yeah. Especially back then, it was just like, he's kind of like maybe like the nerdy black dude a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But he had his edge to him or whatever. Yeah. And then when I found out, he was an MC, I was like, my head exploded, because it's like, oh, you're dope, bro. You're really dope. Like, Kings is, and still is dope, even though, he's kind of laying low these days, but he's still dope.
He's actually making a lot of noise. I mean, I've been seeing a lot of his new stuff on social media. He's got a new band. Okay. I wish I knew the name of the band just to plug it. But him and Mike Flaunt doing the Auto Gang touring, so it's dope. I'm glad to see that cats are still active, man. Like, hip hop is alive and thriving in Seattle.
Yep. And also bass lines, listen to all that music. I mean, bass lines. We are a city of bass lines in the production. A lot of masterful bass lines. And Vida, again, listen to that. Listen to these tracks. I mean, everybody had, when you listen to that kind of production, you have to step up to par. So I feel like that shaped so much. But I think about us and the physics in the studio, bass lines had to be right. It had to be right.
That's real. That's the heartbeat right there. Yeah, you can run that. Who else? We back on Frequency.
I think George might have a few more.
Knox family, Julie C.
Knox fam, B-Girl Media. Ain't no one media. Ghost in the mechanism, optical hoax. Never could spot or stop me, antibody, optimal hopes. Inoculate the game's veins, my methodic approach. But always know the virus and I is conjugal foes. So fuck it, play the plague, my pedagogy of this paper chase. Chisel away at the enclaves till my comrades can break the gates. Steep stakes, the gambit queens take. Cause the whole chain break with one weak link, unforeseen fakes. Never can penetrate, my recon strong. Not letting the second generation COINTEL program on my dome. Break with the frequencies of a higher call until the entire empire fall. I'm playing for all fabric flawed. I'm a seamstress with a keen niche for stitching up rips. Seems quick with a clean stitch. I mean it, not just speak it. I eat it, drink it, and breathe this. And we the key to a freedom. If we could see it, believe it. But damn,
the world's hurt and the soul's burn. I keep on salivating, marinating until they learn that I'm feeding for the freedom of my ghetto curve. A testament to fur, witness of your vision blur. As the world's hurts and the soul's burn, I keep on salivating, marinating until they learn that I'm feeding for the freedom of my ghetto curve. A testament to fur, witness of your vision blur.
Yeah, moving, cause I can't be stopped. Blown up the block, I keep it cruising, boy, I can't be got. Squeezing your block, I keep it smoothing, and I can't be popped. Hated by cops and fucking bitch niggas that fit in a box, that can't detox from trick shit. Second they sip about the docs, don't need it locked to operate and move the truth when I talk. Now beat the box, cause I heat it hot with good food for thought. The life we live, is it worth the shit? Feels many wop. In America, buried into the yield of the cash crop. Chopping rocks and blasting glocks, it's just to get what you got. It's a cracker factory, fuck it. 100 meters slave patiently, rubbing ass fuck in the bucket. Just to shit it all out gracefully. Execute them on the balcony. Like they the king, I mean, made niggas killing machines instead of kings. Killing our dreams, got us living the fakest of things. And so as fuck, I'm on the mental, okay, all day.
As the world's hurt and the soul's burn, I keep on salivating, marinating until they learn that I'm feeding for the freedom of my ghetto curve. A testament to fur, witness of your vision blur. As the world's hurt and the soul's burn, I keep on salivating, marinating until they learn that I'm feeding for the freedom of my ghetto curve. A testament to fur, witness of your vision blur.
Silas Black, A Time Called Think.
I ran from East Missoula, let it block her straight like Shula. Blank space, I'm ripped, black suited, text like rap constitution. Burrow in the mic and ride and fear, got no top layer, man he too deep, come down, off the cover, going paranoid. I'm like Nat Turner, my tongue goes from rock topic to offensively offend, schizophrenically remand on your social implant, like Malcolm X stamp, sent from Silas Black to E-Cage camp, a 9-mile road, postmaster couldn't walk it. My dog's too protective, snakes come bug, shrubs my reply, watch your grave dig deeper to silence with your hollering. He say colors again like Bernard's, drag an idiot out imagery till he can't breathe. No, you can't leave. Puff on this Afghan and shut up while I Jimmy your straw. Autopsy, biopsy for those with sloppy burrow. My culture's unclean. I turn the sideboards tripping over my cords. Too mechanical, I can't tell. They say souls don't yell. Still, he still framed the bill. I know you didn't do it. This is what time called late. Watch me amplify like ocean time. Inside the Sony Samsung, tapping on your brain watch. With the rap back fly, deep behind your eye. Reach the shield from the light, rock fight. DC realm overwhelmed, interrupt your silence. Choke the life out of whack. my middle finger, I mean my mental. Stick your retina like shot. Peril in hip hop. Question my contouring as if I respect the war. The rhymes are underscore. Blush y'all over mature. The sooner you're over, the more over. My underground slumber suffocate the calm view. Watch wax looking for like bits and pieces stacked in the red corner. Out my sovereign, I'm like Stalin, only an African. Coach the masses, undermine while you undermine. Walking lines of self-hate, loving it cold straight to your neck, Nate. Pass your skin to your vertebrae. Hold this well, stand still while I burn this SL into your stem cell. Green plant ease the pain that's physical. Subliminal, focus on killer culture. It's so a stupid act. Against my vibe, think of my size and then check the tandem, yo. Check the tandem in time of random runs. Ducks making duckets. Ass they wasn't even in the picture when it was. Just got it. Make it rain. You got the time. I'm inside science, talk, outside science, socialist defiant and rap. Gods cut my fixed vision off y'all provisions. Can't envision stainless steel on my wrist, rather inside my fist. Clutch like light at your insane, I'm too extreme. Walking this labyrinth in search of beginnings, begin to scream. Y'all never knew swords, they never knew better not to threaten. I'm selling medallions, reading dead in diamond cuts. Who's buying them wholesale? Think of grow extinct in rap. Where my thinkers at? The 2000 season aristocrat crap. Dresses, sheer linen, rap culture fetish. Non-forgiving, we are full going. The death, the living, live after rap shows I can't shake the shake. Survive, take off.
Watch me compound a profound concept coming through. Director said for the club closes and we got a jet. Wait a sec, B, cause I know you see me. I'm not at your beauty. Shoot, I'm swaying like a palm tree. Turn 21, I got my ID. They let me pass with the badge. Kinda makes me laugh, cause I used to have to go in the back to see a show. Now I'm at the bar and not the front row.
So supreme, never seen this dynamic. Cause the vibe we ascribe to is hype, never tragic. So please don't cry for us. We like phosphorus, flowing so transcendently, copper tone like currency. But we are not for barter, always slaughter those who doubt the skills. I chop so hot, they be rolling back the platinum grills. So call me breezy, cause I'm like Yendo Rock, any instrumental, echo and intercontinental.
So influential, cause we cut a rug and remain unplugged from the matrix. Sweating toxins off, so folks let it drop like the jaws, cause they've been double crossed. Going dumb for cover charge, you ain't a boss like the CEOs that exploit your flows. Best respect when I expose these. Think they in a video, but all they throwing back is shots. Press pause, think outside the box, a boob tube, the charts. This is
please, but the technique does it off like an antique. The rap game was bleak, but not anymore. And with the fresh and now with the old, don't even touch your shoulders. All you have to do is blow.
Please, what the technique does it off like an antique. The rap game was bleak, but not anymore. And with the fresh and now with the old, don't even touch your shoulders. All you have to do is blow.
Booty this, booty that. How low can they go? They rise up in the charts, then collapse on the floor. The sordid rhythms got young boys thinking they white dwarfs. Crooked orbit taking us off course. Come down from your high horse, recognize your place, tap the true source. Savor the flavor that puts your egos to waste. Use a lightweight, hot flash and flush in the face. I offer no remorse for y'all who try to blind and sedate. Look, strobe lights dilate, cop cars congregate. Hostages get loose, cause this spot should elevate. Bass gets spiritual, hands up like criminal agility. Incredible, the sabotage and syllable.
Hijack a fly track and talk smack. Snap your fingers like a beatnik. We dismantling the weakness coming through like a blur. Oh, you don't concur? Probably cause you spitting synonyms are similar. A shout out to my skill, listen carefully. Central to this
instrumental is my monumental melody. We ride to grow, freestyle to get free, speak what we know, and homes faster dreams. Our weapon is this peace.
Please sweat the technique, dust it off like an antique. The rap game was bleak, but not anymore. In with the fresh and out with the old. Don't even touch your shoulders, all you have to do is blow.
Please sweat the technique, dust it off like an antique. The rap game was bleak, but not anymore. In with the fresh and out with the old. Don't even touch your shoulders, all you have to do is blow.
Okay, now tonight we about to make us some birthday cake weed, y'all. I am not playing it.
Yo, so the fact that we've known everybody that's been spun through here and worked with in some capacity. So that Knox family though, Germ D, Julie C, that was like a one-off. I don't know how many, I don't even think they did more than that one album. And I remember when that came out, Mickey and Mallory, first thing I thought about. I was like, this motherfuckers is ripping movies and shit. Oh, this is dope. I was like, yeah. Canary Sings, I remember seeing them. The first mixtape they dropped was over like some Dead Prez beats and yeah. So in Black, just that guy, I have to say, him and back when there were Silent Lambs, him and JC Cage. It stands true that you need these OGs to usher you in. You need some co-signage. And that was kind of my ushering into the game. And co-signage was featuring on certain tracks with them, along with crazy ass Ellis, Jay Golden Schwartz. I hope you watch it. My guy, that's all love.
This guy.
Yes. You know, anybody from the town know what I'm talking about.
Oh, for damn sure.
For sure.
Yeah, and so on that Seattle hip hop Mount Rushmore, Black is definitely on that, and Jace as well.
Yes.
And so kind of listening to that took us back to just kind of the excellence and the uniqueness of Black, like one of the illest craftsmen lyrically of the era, period, and of this rap shit. So just his commitment to him being a one of one. Black is one of one, a true artist, a true genius who was committed and is committed to his craft and what he does. And so that just always strikes me, and always was an admirer. And he was always one of the town hip hop heroes to me and remains that way. I mean, that's a genius to me. That's a Picasso with the pen. So always inspired by him. The homies from Knox family, that's the family, Julie C, Germ, that's our homies, that's family, that's a sound that I love how kind of in that era it balanced kind of that foundation that came before, which was boom bap, but also this West Coast sound and bringing that funk to it and that real town sound. And the homie Germ D, underrated, but one of the illest to ever do it. And anybody in our era knows his natural extreme talent and ability to bring magic to music, man. So shout out to the homie, man.
Yeah, Germ was something. Germ was and is something special. Just know that.
Word.
Bar for bar, hands down, one of the dopest.
You had a story
about
that you were saving. Something you were somewhere. You remember
man,
something.
I got plenty of stories about these cats. I mean,
Oh,
I don't know which
well,
one I was gonna
we'll-
tell.
okay,
We'll get.
coming.
I mean, they're coming as we're having so much commentary behind the scenes. I'm like, yo, let's dial it down a bit, because the 2000s was something special, man. There was a certain camaraderie that was there, and I think there was a lot of intersect between hip hop and activism at the time. And all this young energy that was kind of using their voice to bring attention to certain social, social agendas, politics, whatever you want to call it at the time. So it was something special. Everybody was collaborating. There was a lot going on,
I'm glad you brought that up too, because I was just thinking about Julie C. We've been talking about her and Knox family stuff, and Julie's out there right now.
Right
I'm
on
sure.
the front. Yeah, she's still on the front line.
She's probably, she's not tuned in, I'm sure, because she's down there on the front lines, with everything that's going on currently. I mean, and the hip hop activist movement, I feel like really, really came out of the early 2000s. Like that's when hip hop, in Seattle was really, really making its presence known as like a an element of activism. Like we were using hip hop as a release and all that, you know, it was our thing, but it was also our voice when we wanted to speak out against certain shit that was going on.
That's real.
And we continue to do that. And this was an era, you know, where we really kind of found I feel like we found our voice.
I definitely found my voice in this era. So
yeah.
I wouldn't be where I am now if I didn't have the opportunity to work with so many different artists and collaborate in different capacities. So
yeah, and I think the hip hop was a part of like the soundtrack to the activism and the struggle of it. Because I know, like, we was at Seattle Central at the time, and you know, being an activist focused school, activism focused student body, and hip hop being a part of that and everything we did. And so it was just an essential piece of it. You had to incorporate that in what you do. And so kind of thinking about, shout out to the Queen Julie C, and also to Hollis and to Maddie, powerful women. Always lyrically, musically, and seeing the growth and the leadership. Those three in particular are still holding the torch for it. Is inspiring and just makes me proud of Seattle and Seattle hip hop. You know,
I'm just glad to have witnessed the growth. Something special.
Bro.
Yeah, let's get into this surreal though. What's he gonna bring?
Singing all y'all candles, I want 40 candles. Y'all better blow now and make a motherfucking wish. Let the light moan is another. Let the light moan is another. So
Heaven sent me beautiful blossom buds, fire sign of love. I give thanks for the green goddess. So I wake and bake at the crack of dawn. Ain't no half stepping when she's by your side. The smell of dank Mary's taking me on the ride. It's that kush lemon meringue pie, natural mystic up high in the sky. Keeping it 100, making something out of nothing. Steady puffing that perp, grape ape in touch. Poetically on a higher plane. It's that one and only Malinali straight church. God's gifts of this earth, raised by the sun, but rain is what I'm under. Hailstorm, something like thunder. Cloud nine, meditated ninth wonder with the third eye sight on lights energy. Smoking that weed to get free. Come on, people, if you feel me, light up them trees.
sitting on love, blowing on goods. Let the light moan is another. Let the light moan is another. So you can't see me. You can't see me. So you can't see me. You can't see me. When I look into your deep green leaves, the sun shines down on these pretty little trees, making me think deep, bringing me fond memories. Critical thought, mystical medical remedies. Smoke screens, purple haze in the days. High on life, let's ride sun rays. Bask in the glow, let it burn slow. Free in the breeze, sit back and get blown. I got these pineapple, peach, grape, strawberry wraps. Backwoods, Phillies, swishers and blacks. Twisted, pinched, kissed and licked lightly. Packed tight, lit it and hit it, I'm feeling flighty. Silly, ready to get lively. You think I'm not the one, but really I just might be. Perved and I stay on swerve, and when I'm putting in work, you be relaxing my nerves. Blowing on goods. Let the light moan is another. Let the light moan is another. So you can't see me. You can't see me. So you can't see me. You can't see me.
Some old school Macklemore right here. Shout out to Macklemore for doing the shout out for Toxic in this video. Rest in peace, Toxic. The town.
First memories of Seattle hip hop. I remember the sit and spin. Listen to Rap Attack, listen to Nasty Ness on Rap Attack. Silver Shadow D, P Mellow. That Do the Math just hit me in my dome. Poetry experience. That's where I really started writing. Was Rock Candy. Many ciphers, many battles, many sidewalks, held underground parties in Langston Hughes. Count shit.
Now when I say 2-0, you say, nah, you know the rest. This is our scene, our music, our movement, the history lives through us. I write to the beat and let life play the guitar strings. Despite the drama, there's respect, camaraderie. Every time one of my friends is mentioned in my philosophy, it's a rite of passage. I'm not trying to be corny. I got love for sport and life, Alpha P, Maslon to Henri. Every time somebody steps out on the road, they bring a little Northwest soul with them, amen. Alright then, just so you know, I try to carry that every time that I rock a show. So, turn my sound up, ricochet off our mountain. It's good medicine that Chief Celtic would have been proud of. Since our city, town, pride, heart, blood, sweat, tears, I-5, north, south side, vibe, live, ride down these city blocks. And never will we stop. They're trying to shut down the clubs that my city rocks. Now, Mr. Mayor, why would you enforce an ordinance? Music, it saves lives. These kids out here are supporting it. And through the art form, we've learned the importance of community, truth to the youth, so they know what's up. Yeah. And as a public school student, I learned from my teachers, but became through my music. Take that away, that's vital. 14 fathoms deep, do the math. Tribal, my greatest teachers, be self-inviter. Words there was my mayor, and things have changed, but I carry the torch, and what I do with that flame is lit every time that I step on the stage. The skyline is etched in my veins. You can never put that out, no matter how hard it rains.
Northwest, making you feel the vibe. Check how Seattle do. Come to my side. I mean, I like how y'all do. Think we on to put it down for the town with music. Making you feel the vibe. Check how
Rest in peace, word say.
To my side. When my peeps know my crew bring the flames. Flame put it down for the town.
That's right. When you put on a show and watch the people seeping in between the creases in the doors, hitting the melly or sneaking in cause they're broke, now leaving in between sets because they're needing the smoke. The reason being whatever, the scene from Beacon to Everett is a need of less ego when we kick it, alright. I get on stage, style, share my whole life, trying to reach them at the bar where they're drinking Miller Lite. But the kids in the front, they bring out the passion, dude, make noise throughout the show, and not only when we ask them to. I watch the older cats jaded in the back, hands clasped, forgot when they weren't too cool to be a fan. Damn, hating at the concert. You don't remember Rock Kenny watching Hyro or wilding out to alcoholics? I know it's not the same. It never will be, but my city's filthy. And we've been truly dope since Supreme was up on Broadway in the Dookie rope. Me mugging this a Mix-a-Lots video. Back when Scene was rocking house parties on the floor. JMG sitting spinning the paradox. Back when Mark introduced G.O. to Sobs. So much has changed here, so much is not. I was just a kid hoping I could earn my spot. Trying to get some props. Meet a promoter who give me a shot to let me get up on stage and get the crowd to rock. Read a page out my notebook. What I thought would be respected, they would connect with it. Now, looking over the city's the only thing that keeps me calm. Scattered thoughts jotted down by this pen in my palm. It's like my city stands still, the world looks on. If I could only capture its beauty and put it in a song.
Northwest, making you feel the vibe. Check how Seattle do. Come to my side. I mean, I like how y'all do. Think we on to put it down for the town.
It goes back to like preschool. I fronted like girls were icky when I really thought that they were so beautiful. You know that feeling that you get off the opposite sex. That tingly feeling got you staring at the ceiling, listening to TLC up in your bed. I'd be up like all night, making sure that my gel held just right. In school I couldn't focus, my mind would be scattered, looking at her as long as possible without getting caught staring at her. Then you go and tell your homie who blow it up for you, spreading rumors like Janisha Ben wants to go with you. The days trying to figure out if the girl that you like felt the same way. Now passing notes in the hallway, waiting for the response all day just to hear no. But the game wouldn't be the same if you never got your heart broke. Never getting back that note to have the box checked that said no. But when it said yes, there's literally no human emotion that can compete with the high you get. I swear to God, man, that feeling's the best. To every girl I've ever been with, your presence is a blessing. I dedicate this one to you. It's crushes heaven.
Hey man, sometimes you catch it bad and eye contact and have your wings catch wind.
That's right.
Rising, gliding, soaring, floating, flying through the skies of crushes heaven. But hey, damn, it feels hella bad, man. If that eye contact ain't framed with a grin.
This is that Creole, y'all. Kings and Gay Drills featuring Macklemore.
me, she quoted Max Green. In an effort to help me settle the feathers that were ruffled by hell in the streets, homie, holla at me. She the equivalent of stripping and missions, throw $100 at me. Or being in NY and actually calling cabbie and they stop and let me in. I already have a girl, so it's cool if we just be friends. Cause I don't trip, cheat, or try to sneak behind. Just some women I hold deep inside my mind and find my mind wandering across the odds more often than others, though I drop hard. I crush harder than the orange soda winning the first pop stars, but I keep it to myself like this phoenix whose flames help soothe my mental health. For an angel I could have died, her smile was the deepest wealth. Huh? See, I know what you're thinking, that I'm one of the men trying to ski in peace from each region, but I switch girls like Sahara seasons, and that's not at all. Cause if a woman ain't charming, then I save my love for basketball. Y'all, that's it. And you gotta peep the little subliminal shout outs. It's crushes heaven. Hey man, sometimes you catch your bad and eye contact and have your wings catch wind. Rising, gliding, soaring, floating, flying through the skies to crush his head. You know the phrase, a closed mouth don't get fed. Now you getting like physicians cause you pitching meds. Paper plate, you baking pastries, now you getting bread. But it all comes to an end just when you get ahead. Pegged by the feds, indicted when they cruise through. Would've played it cool, but use a fool and bought a new coupe. No paper backing, proving that the cash is cool. Crammed in that partition leg. I understand my nig, I don't promote. You getting active, my nig, I don't promote hope. Cause stagnant's not attractive when it comes to getting. Cause that's worse than realizing you can't feed these children. Daddy's doing a lot of dirt, some things are not appealing. Just so you know I got no limits, stand on top of ceilings. And if you talking about some money, tell them drop it to me. But if they miss my stand it, talk. My dude, this cool, why you acting too trying to save your soul, gotta keep them shoes. Avoid them beating, that's how you too scared. Getting it right, it's like you move with two lefts. Except the fact that you ain't got no true left. Friends dead, then they face it to lose. We gotta kill your vibe, hate to be your nuisance. We gotta spread it air with truth, that's the new saying. I seen the game, and I in need of more coaches. I was raised in that crack gang and gun culture. For those who passed, throw some dollars in your penny loafers. Ever since Lorraine got popped, still ain't got closure. I know some niggas who would burn you then to toss the toaster. Have your hands above your head like a concert poster. These niggas acting like they hard till you get it close up. Look at his face, got him screaming like he roller coaster. No friends, just this road that I travel solo. My hardcore fans rock my brand like they wearing polo. That's how I rotate, heavily amongst the locals. That's how you know, there's no way you fucking up my mojo. No go, quick to tell your ass back up. As I proceed to calculate this map and add up. Multiply my cash through these revenue streams. Now serve my cake up, heavy with cream. Hey. My dude, this cool, why you acting too fresh? Trying to save your soul, gotta keep them shoes fresh. Avoid them beef, that's how you learn the two steps. Getting it right, it's like you move with two lefts. Except the fact that you ain't got no true left.
Hey, that was nice. Shout out to Surreal for throwing your boy in there. Hey, that was a nice mashup he just did there. Not because I was in it.
Right.
But you know, I'm just saying. No, that was a nice mashup though. That was pretty dope. I love the way that he blended in that Macklemore's the Town smoothly into that Ab Creole featuring the Mac. That was nice. And man, I love the juggle work on that checks though that you did with the Yidam Sec though, Surreal.
Yeah.
Like,
Let's show some Yidam Sec love to my guy right here, Yidam Sec, the architect. You know, as we was speaking kind of behind the lines, you know, one thing is, you know, the voice. You know, like Google said, it's mostly the voice. You know, Yidam Sec has one of the most quintessential kind of one-of-one voices in hip hop. Always lyrically sharp and the flow. The flow is butter, you know, at all times. And, you know, me and Yidam like met in a rap cypher and became, you know, bestest of friends through rapping, because I remember in cyphers, before I knew you, I would always rap after you or you would rap after me. Because after this dude rap, I'm like, oh, shoot, I got to go in. Shit is hard, right? It's inspiring. And so that energy, that infectious energy and unique voice that is so Seattle also. Right, like you don't hear another voice that sounds like Yidam. And when you hear Yidam, you know this a nigga from the town. When you hear this voice, when you hear the wordplay, when you hear the subject matter. So.
I remember when we first met though. You touched on this earlier about when we had the conversation about how hip hop artists had connected through activism, and you brought up Seattle Central. That right there, people don't understand how the part that Seattle Central played in connecting so many different artists. I'm talking, we had the Flood who was rocking and holding down all the artists at the little rallies and events that happened. The day I met you, I still remember the day I met you. It was in a cypher. You were rapping. I don't know how, but I knew what you was gonna say next. And I said it at the same time as you, and this brother burst into the cypher, and he's like, "Yo, man, that's not written. You guys spit written. That's not freestyle. That's not freestyle." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" Guna's like, "What are you talking about? Yo, your man over here is spitting exactly what you're spitting. He knows what you're gonna say." And I'm like, "I don't even know this brother, man.
We don't know each other.
I don't even know this man." And it was a handshake, and we was cool ever since, man. And that's how I think that's, those little those paths that we had just randomly crossed, man, just kind of connected everybody, and it comes to find out everybody was connected.
Yeah,
it was just this web.
That cross-pollination of the music, and kind of, there's a lot of benefits to this era, and for young MCs to be able to put their music out to the world and create internally. But for us who didn't have all that and couldn't do it all at home, you had to go out and rap.
Yes, you did.
Like, it was the ciphers, and that's where we sharpened our sword and got our craft honed and connected with other MCs and musicians. You couldn't rap just at home. You had to go somewhere to do it. And our culture and what we did every day was waking up, rapping with each other.
Yes.
We may start at school, we end up downtown all day just rapping, doing A, B, and C.
Feeling that.
Yeah, so.
Hey, but I remember going to rap shows in Seattle, knowing I didn't have no money to get into the rap show. But there was gonna be a cypher out front. Some cats was gonna be out front. Somebody was gonna have some weed. Somebody was gonna have some drink, and the ciphers was gonna pop off. Man, we stepped out the house just itching to sharpen our sword. Yeah. I knew cats who kept the backpack. It was a change of clothes and a rap book.
Yeah, and it's funny, to this day, those are some of our closest friends, and that's family, most of those people. And even if we don't see each other for 3, 4, 5 years, once we reconnect, it's on a level of complete love and family, because we connected on a real level and at the outset. So those are some of my fondest memories, and some of the people I got the most love for to this day. You know?
Man. Shout out to the town again. This is bringing back so many damn memories. Oh, yeah. Hey, this is therapy right now for those y'all watching. Like, this is real.
Yes.
Yeah, let's get into this Jen Moore. See what she's got, or Frequency. We gotta call her Frequency, because the queen's going in tonight.
For real.
Friends dead, then they face it, then you stress. We gotta kill your vibe, hate to be your new suit. You gotta spread it.
Yeah. You know, I'ma rap about my car real quick. I'ma rap about my Volvo. I need y'all to feel me on this shit.
Grinch.
Yeah, born in 86, the same year that I was. An ugly motherfucker, but that's my ride, bruh. A silver Volvo, 240 ZL. It make me wanna choke somebody out. Call me Freewell, it's called like Simo. My car is clean though, but I bet no girls stop and stare when they see me roll. At least in a good way, but hey, you're safe as shit. But towards the bottom on my list of favorite whips, say, but it's got a place in my heart that whips close to me, worth more to me than just using to get groceries. I've laughed in that car, I've cried in that car. Knock on wood, man, I'll probably die in that car. In the V-O-L-V-O.
This is like the
V-O-L-V-O, my Volvo.
next generation version of my Houthi.
V-O-L-V-O, my Volvo.
Tank on empty, whipping my mama Volvo. Tank on empty, whipping my mama Volvo. Tank on empty, whipping my mama Volvo. Whipping my mama Volvo, whipping my mama Volvo. Tank on empty, whipping my mama Volvo. Tank on empty, whipping my mama Volvo. Tank on empty, whipping my mama Volvo. Whipping my mama Volvo, whipping my mama Volvo.
Yeah, tank tank on empty. Yeah, that's how the story goes. Yo, the AC vent knobs look like some Oreos. I'm being for real. You know what fucking sucks? The glove box will pop open if I hit a bump too rough. And if you got one, I know you're understanding me. No button for the windows, I roll them down manually. And man, I need some new brake pads. Today, get every stoplight I hit, I heard them motherfuckers straight bad. And man, I hate that. On the real, man, that's weak. And for the record, I've got some in the backseat. I've laughed in that car, I've cried in that car. Knock on wood, man, I'll probably die in that car. In the V-O-L-V-O, V-O-L-V-O, my Volvo. V-O-L-V-O, V-O-L-V-O, my Volvo.
Take on empty, whipping my mama Volvo. Take on empty, whipping my mama Volvo. Take on empty, whipping my mama Volvo. Whipping my mama Volvo.
OC Notes.
And these are the children of terrorism, setting sons of wrath, set on a war path, brought on by winds of Sodom, asking who's sane but cursed and misbegotten, self-defined as rotten, spoiled rotten. These are the children that war spoils. These are the children of the spoils of war, contrived artificially, assumed to consume to survive. I presume to survive to consume. No room to grow, no womb. No room for a goddess. Holy Ghost, don't get outside yourself. Mountains of pride you consumed by. Digging mommy's guts, so edible. You're so edible, motherfuckers. Fucking nature till you ejaculate hatred. Talking all that be patient. You You are the patients, diagnosed with perfection. Pack your pieces hard and hot to cover a soft direction. All the time advertising perfect pecs and chiseled abs. Cure all for every ailment. Yeah, they cure you alright. Right out of being yourself. Yeah, they cure you all the way to the bank. Hell, Hollywood, they cured Christ. Jeff gave us me the good seasoning. Then seasoned me in this flesh with the spiritlessness. Gotta chasing man-made illusions. Glimpsing silhouettes of shadows, confusion. House of mirrors. Only thing is truth shadow will get you more than 7 years bad luck. I hope a black cat does cross my path. Show me the math of how white plus black equals subtraction. Break my people at the economic bracket of sub-faction. Amassing so much wealth was dumbfounded. Well, in the belly of the beast to hear my ancestors drum pounding. It's confounded. This war on terrorism, war on drugs, war on bitches and hoes and niggas and thugs. Uncle Tom Sambos, mammies and gold diggers. New age victims of the old lynchings. We endure for no tenure and no pension. Built this world with our hands, of our names, no mention. It's a cold invention, this whiteness as religion. Quite pissed with religion, cause who killed him was Christian. Now see them christen big business while freedom getting a sentence. Penitentiary bound, known for paying penalty brown. Now why all the violence it bring? Ha, white collar crime is the thing. While they born in baby circus like Ringling, we still malingering. Depressed in this depression, shush now, classes in session. Avoiding popping sex and email video texting. Motion for motion, ibuprofen, etc. Like seeing mama fucking when the kids stuck their heads in. We watch the 10 o'clock news and nod off like it's medicine. They got off on the death of them. Got off, yeah, they was acquitted. Submitted for your perusal. Now tell me, is this injustice unusual? Tell me, is this profane son of Cain unusual? You will pay for your pain, worshiping fool's gold. No matter how fast you run with gun, you run too slow. No matter how much you burn, you cannot undo soul. Passionate for politics, but for people lukewarm. And the news serve fixed like it's the latest new porn. But I'd rather see midgets fuck nuns than see priests and nuns who church word to fuck the children of the sun. So let's keep rebuilding till they come. Who they? The new us. The us who ain't intruders and terrorizing polluters. Crossing Mother Nature with a bloody crucifix. We got a story to rival Spielberg and George Lucas's. Original Hebrews, daddy sent from the future. Orange hit the suture. The wounded, the platoon, the those who loot and shoot you. Make sure you check for the accuser and the seducer. And buy a nice pack of brew for the murder palooza. Cause they just wanna use you, fucking abuse you. Kill your people till you equal suit, boot and recruit you. Don't let them find a way into your mind to suit you. Cause the road will reach you, decode your future. Assimilate your soul into the manifold computer. Assimilate your soul into the manifold computer.
Big world break, so everybody's on the track.
We are the generals, wrapped in the night sky. Third eye, wide open, scoping horizons. Never surprising, breathing connected to season. Rhyming, reason, grade, turning, earning stripes on the flag. Nation consciousness, beats in the chest like fast break beat. For righteous teacher on the streets, finding writing seekers of deeper wisdom, dismantling schisms like love does cancer. We are the answer, midnight dancers, diasporic masters of ceremony, celebration, birth of a nation. Never ignorant, getting goals accomplished, chopping cabbage in 4 quarters, making dollars holler. Fibonacci's, we ride or die currencies, currently running alongside eternity. Certainly progeny, with the frequencies who permanently. We are the
Here we come with that love revolution.
Say we reppin', ready and steady, and flows bustin' like them legs.
So you know there'll be no more confusion.
Yeah, we get into the heart of the deadliest part, administer the mess.
For the weapon of Armageddon is illusion.
They cannot undo what's heaven sent, the firmaments that have to set it.
We see love as the only solution.
The fusion of music and truth, there surely knows no substitution.
Here we come, marching and stomping, ripping and cropping. Peep the cracks in the concrete as us universal tribes we walk in the streets. Hip hop romping over them heartbeats, expressing revelations, healing through ancient creations, spreading the truth about history, real education. When the first ships landed with the intention to kill, rape and destroy, blood spills for all the indigenous masses. Brutal bastards, Africa call them backstabbers. Mzungu, it's true, them drench backers after you. Since the beginning of time, when the shadows of evil roam the earth of mankind, Shaolin Buddha sit and meditate and enshrine sacred temples of the mind. Boom bap, feel it in your spine, in the back of your mind. Horrific cries from the dime, past genocide combined with 2009 fire signs relevant to explosions in Palestine. Your world is mine.
Here we come with that love revolution.
Say we reppin', ready and steady, and flows bustin' like a lead.
So you know there'll be no more confusion.
Yeah, we get into the heart of the deadliest part, administer the mess.
The weapon of Armageddon is illusion.
They cannot undo what's heaven sent, the firmaments that heaven set.
We see love as the only solution.
The fusion of music and truth, there surely knows no substitution. This be that spiritual, musical solution. A new vision, you could call it nutrition. Them wanna numb down your senses, soften your defenses, overall dumb down your consciousness. Once you idolizing them American mobsters and pop stars, getting treated, eating steak, shrimp, pasta, and lobster. I means to alarm you, cause while you popping your collars, out here dying for dollars, US-sponsored Contras is bombing your mama, hating Islamic. They want you focused on the gossip, calming your conscience with the pseudo-patriotic mantras, like the spread of democracy, while some citizens is still considered property. I'll be taking the time machine to when Columbus hit the shore, or when Alexander the Great knocked on Egypt's door. Arm every Arab walk with a paraglock, so the Spaniards see plenty of weaponry when they head to India, and have the Greeks blown up with plastique. So we still have a right and exact, intact Black Sphinx, popular thought, virtually fact-free. That being said, way before Bill and Ted, we bled for black freedom. That freedom of all human beings we champion. It's take your history back, season we stampede.
Here we come with that love revolution. So you know there'll be no more confusion. No. The weapon of Armageddon is illusion. It's illusion. We see love as the only solution. Love is the only solution. Love.
Black sunset, when you gonna set? I haven't seen you fall yet. The only way for you to rise is if you rest, sleep. Black sunset, when you gonna set? I haven't seen you fall yet. The only way for you to rise is if you rest, sleep. Memories tell a story and the present tells the future. Boom of man versus computer. Not to say humans can't be robots, so stops manipulation begins. Mission study through experience of losing family and friends. Not to mention myself, deducting my health until I declare to decipher the codes of possibilities. Transmutation and open gates to decline, use fighting, destined fate. I'm a passionate soul, jagged obsidian blow straight to your throat. Pull out your cords, there's too many open doors and nobody's walking through them. There needs to be a blockade. Eliminate those who strayin' with tricks up they sleeves. Embedded to our trees. A substance causing vomiting and infectious disease. Singing dark side moon. Got to decapitate downside physical goons. Elixir my tune. Boom to the tune. Black sunset. When you gonna set? I haven't seen you fall yet. The only way for you to rise is if you rest, sleep. Black sunset, when you gonna set? I haven't seen you fall yet. The only way for you to rise is if you rest, sleep.
The style ain't for sale, you should get chronicle. The rhyme just abominable, but ain't for your money, just your makeup. I'm after your nature, my boy after your maker. She after employment, plus sure 68 spit, 2 and a comfortable place to sit. Dale, put your place in cyberspace, wide awake. Wouldn't beat your head in if the veteran didn't use electronics. Then put the pen to the letter get hotter, leave you wetter and wetter. Now the sweat is blood, yeah. If you wet, you dead. If you whack, you tight. Make me wanna put the mic inside your mouth. Just bust, till your mind come out. Silence legion while y'all just talk.
Run to the dance floor and do your tight dance. Have some control of the madness. If you're tired, say you're tired. Don't just leave. Tell me, I may need you to save me. You see, that's a bar. That mean I got it.
Shit talking, slow walking, it's fast paced and create by changing up the landscape. No news, no one to confuse, no pics to be took or time to be shook of. Stay looking above, try to reach, use moments to teach, use the streets to release. I quit the pulpit, cause I talk bullshit and shoot the dice with the tales of my life. I like repeated the verse, soul hymns for my soul, keep me close to the church. Slanted with rants that are rancid and help with black plastic. It's time to elastic or stretch. Yo, with 3 of the best.
You gon' stand there and stare, then move out the way. Give me room to take you away. Fragrance from the sweating night. We do the thing possibly. We may be one of them. Take over, make over. That seems to be subject to make you convert over to the darkest shade of sea. Don't sweat it out. Come on, help me to revive what I got it.
No regrets, no time to stress. I want life that's blessed. No note and jest, no clowns, we get down. SL with the ringing bells. FL sounding like a million gazelles. Hard pressed to think of many classics like cassettes. Yo, the style is vintage. Yo, the rhymes are spinach, but it's never a gimmick. Yo, the style is vintage, but it's never a gimmick.
Log in, click, take a tumor back. Fuck a hater. The original got us Grammy nominating. Crust to creation, but we the crust. Such a crew to get hands in, gon' laxative. If you wanna get tumor, watch a scope stay pointed at your rumor. Sooner push your body away. It's the ordinary.
Now this ain't no ordinary. Run to the dance floor and do your tight dance. Have some control of the madness. If you're tired, say you're tired. Don't just leave. Tell me, I may need you to save me a seat at the bar. If you're gonna stand there and stare. You're gonna stand there and stare. Give me room, take you away. Fragrance from the sweetest of night. Possibly we may be one that can take over, possibly.
So we have a bit of confusion. We need to clarify real quick. So if anybody's watching, clarify, was that Black Stacks or was that SLP featuring Felicia Loud? I just want to know.
Either way is fire.
Either way is fire.
We need to know the sequence. And so I know one thing we were
important.
talking about at the top was, shout out to the posse cut. As we heard the Big World Breaks posse cut with numerous ill MCs from the town, and just gave our kind of comments on how much we love posse cuts and how big the crew was a part of hip hop in our era, and how that's something that's less so today. And particularly in Seattle, man, things were so social with this hip hop shit, that you were part of a collective, whether you claimed it or not. You were associated with a collective, and the making music together and the crew cuts was something that we had.
The posse cuts, I think, are important. I think on every good album has to have a posse cut, and I think it kind of highlights the styles, the diversity, the abilities of the individuals, but then also shows how powerful that collective is when they come together. So I think that's important. Yo, but let's talk about that Rajni for a second.
Bro.
Yo. Now, anybody who knows Rajni knows that you did not want to be the guy or the gal who was at the poetry slam and had to show up after him because he was tearing down the house.
Yeah, and shout out to the poetry experience at Langston Hughes.
Yes.
Rajni Edens, the homie who's now on the East Coast. Is it Vermont?
Vermont, he's in Vermont.
One of the leaders of that experience, and that shaped a lot of MCs in the town. Learning how to write and learning how to present their work at that poetry experience. And Rajni Edens, that brother is a genius, remains so to this day, and just as you can hear in that piece of work, just so powerful with his words. And he had a deep influence on all of us. And as Yid said, Raj hit all the open mics. We had mad open mics, mad posse cuts, things you don't find so much today. And you did not want to get caught behind Rajni.
I do think it's important to say that it's important that we acknowledge that if it wasn't for Rajni Edens, but more importantly, his mother, Randy Edens, who brought the poetry experience to Langston Hughes, and I know the last place I believe was Langston Hughes, but how many artists actually got to sharpen their chops and really hone their skills, really learn how to expand on their vocabulary through the poetry experience. Like, I don't think I know an MC who didn't, out of Seattle, who didn't participate in the poetry experience, especially from my era. That might not stand true for the era that came before me, but especially from my era, I think that there's something to be said about the impact that the poetry experience had on us in our careers.
Yes.
Yeah, the invitation to collaborate, and that collaboration was a part of the local culture, and that cross-pollination came from it. You know, Rajni, you be in a cypher for like an hour.
Yes.
Raj would be there, a bunch of the homies, and you would get invited to the poetry experience if you came correct.
Yes.
You know, you would get invited, and it would just be part of that cross-pollination, and that added so much. So yeah, I think this brought back a lot. You know, seeing those crews. Also, shout out, we heard Volvo from Grinch at the beginning. I know that's the homie. Shout out to him. We did a lot of shows together, tore a lot of shit down with that track. Shout out to the homie OC Notes.
Yes.
Also, just another musical genius from the town that's often unsung. A lot of folks know, but if you don't, you know, that guy OC knows is a genius.
Oh yeah, OC's a beast, man. He's definitely in his own lane. I'm glad to come from this era where we wasn't just afraid to tell an MC you're trash, dog. You're whack. They don't do that enough, man.
Right.
Man, it's dope music you guys is witnessing right now. This is fire. 206, man.
Also, shout out to Big World Breaks and Aaron Walker Loud, and just the amazing musicians in that collective. Aaron in particular, going back to the Flood, Big World Breaks, and always providing the platform for MCs to do what they do. Because I know even when we were at Central with the Flood, they were always ready to back us with that music. And so just the support of the musicians in the city, the live musicians that supported the MCs and the vocalists and allowed the music to grow once the MCs got it with live music and everybody really started to get on point on stage. So we got to send a shout out to all of our musicians.
Yeah, the live music definitely emerged in that era for sure.
Oh, for sure, man.
I mean, I'm sure it had a little bit of a Roots influence because the Roots were just so fucking dope.
Yeah, it was something different.
You know, and so it's like we had these musicians who finally had musicians that were connected to hip hop, but when they were in school were only like learning and playing like jazz and whatnot. And then they were able to take that outlet and use it as a vessel for hip hop and look at what it's become. Like, it's amazing. So yeah, definitely shout out to Big World Breaks because they backed these shows that we used to do.
Yes.
The summer classics that we used to do at Nectar. Every summer we're cracking. We did a couple winter classics for my birthday, but I mean, just amazing, bringing everybody together, backed by a live band. You can't get that energy just, you know, when you're playing with tracks.
There's something to be said about a band who can literally work with like 10, 15 artists and know all their music, learn all their music. Like,
listen, I used to host those rehearsals. I know.
Just have a thorough understanding of the music and play everything. It was amazing. It was an amazing time.
That's a lot of commitment, and they were committed to doing your shit the right way.
Perfecting it.
Yeah, never bullshitting on any level, and that's when you were like, you know, we was lucky to have that kind of support. And it just made for such an amazing experience for the crowd. And I think a lot of us saw through doing those performances that, like, we saw, we got to have a live band. Like, this, it's not the same.
Yeah.
Even for the artists.
The energy for the performers and the crowd was just like...
Before we move on to DJ Cerrito, I am happy to say that I was able to tap into that Big World Breaks energy from my first album release, which was fucking phenomenal, and it was only that way because I was backed by a group of individuals who were like committed to really executing my vision and giving me the best quality product that they could. And
your album release is one of the most memorable nights in this city.
Let's not forget hold on, but
we got, man, come on.
I want to shout out Inye though, because Inye's behind the boards. Y'all don't see him, but he knows what the fuck we went through to make that shit happen.
The man himself.
And I'm gonna give it up to him because people always want to give credit to the artist, and that's cool. But the way he set this up was he literally painted me in the corner.
He made it beautiful.
And he told me, he said, you didn't, he put all the pieces together for me. He put me in the corner. He said, bro, now you're in the corner. You got to go out there and sell that shit. And I understood what he was saying. The promo was so dope. The people on the bill were so dope. The product that we had put together as far as the packaging, as far as the flyer work was so on point. He was like, now you got to deliver.
Hear me out.
Hear me out.
Hear me out. Come on, we got shirts,
and that's
limited posters.
Yeah, that's something that just I haven't been able to replicate, and he's told me don't try. It's just not gonna happen.
I feel like it was a moment, and also like you're saying, it was the pieces. You know, Yidam Sec, the city, showed up in support of Yidam Sec at the same time.
They really did.
Because everybody got so much love for Yid, and Yidam has supported everybody and always does. And like you're saying, it's a family affair within Ye. With everybody that was involved.
Everybody was involved. They were just committed, man.
So even those pictures from that event are classic.
Verb Splash Media. I can't forget him, Roderick, and he's down in, I think, Texas right now.
He's in Florida.
He's in Florida?
Yeah.
So you even remember.
That's my partner.
Yeah, I talked about that. Him, Lady Flavor. There were certain people that just backed this. Like, he went and literally went to Carpet Liquidators and said, yo, B, we about to have a red rug. We about to have a red rug. And we got a red rug. And then he shows up with this background, which I didn't, that was just a gift. He just, and that didn't come out of my pocket. But it's not about me tonight. I just want to say that I'm glad to be a product of the Seattle Hip Hop 2000s. I'm glad to have been able to work with Jaguna and continue to working with him. And just know that all this, the town as a whole is a family affair. You can literally start in the center somewhere and just start connecting the pieces and the dots. Everybody's connected in Seattle.
Absolutely.
It's a beautiful scene we got here. But yeah, what's up with that Surreal? Let's see what he got going on.
Choke, 1 2 1 2 mic choke. The cynical, lyrical, poking visual. Until your hindsight blurry. By this rhyme, ripen extreme rhyme sublime to catering to survival. Silence supposed to medieval. To stretch your eye fibers past the lackluster rhyme hobbyists while bother I lobby for the cut syndrome. Stretch every poem for 1 to 10. Skid to skull, drag to death end. I'm in your face. You never have your way. I'm wretched out the mic like hobby knockers. Rim stage clocker, clap. So that my science ricochet gets sway side effect of this direct rat. Food on a dish, decadence transmit passion, sorrowful ghetto, umbilical self-fed nutrient. You know what I'm saying, I'm never playing. You know what I'm saying, I'm never ever playing. 1 2 1 2 mic choke, yo. You know what I'm saying, I'm never playing. 1 2 mic choke. 1 2. So tight like high and constant presence. Fire sparks the dark, it's the art. More legible, more incredible, more measurable. Too many get blinded from the spark. It's the art key, like to truly believe. Signal warning, non-conforming, like the Bible being reborn. Torn, not rooted at the top, like black spots, and spots left bloodshot. Outreach is maximum, tandem is maximum. SO waxing them, 24 inches, press hard, remain hard like a head nod. No lust for the crust, it's the crux. Choked up, venomous, like activists of white fist to mine your space. Reprogram for less than a gram, forthwith like 2/5. And exchange a vocal change, nigga chance like ants, solid like enhance. Slope the wise, smile at the despise, focal dissect with the dialect. Weight heavy like Imhotep the Great. Smoke screen to hear machines. Larynx stretch like worldwide tax. Many reflect like eject. Lost calls, lost balls. The mindless, they turn spineless. Put into a wireless earpiece. Cease playback. Black, Jace. Yo, shout out bugging out. Like a native on a scout. Chopping the brains, stain the glass. Contrast, outlast. Like an old photograph. Live audio is a must. I dust your hardcore. Amplified particle, most news article. Assemble rhyme rental, it's only temporary. I'm hardcore, deep inside a hardcover. There I levitate, parallel chemical. Check the menstrual reality. Happy nigga gallery. Your quotes is famished. Listen to Stay Star, my favorite dish. Human, the mythological intelligent. Stalking, roaming, the left forest. We rule 44 claps out PV amps. Crooked mind in the form of rhyme. Underhand like mine. I'm bound to stay a broad tail. I mean a harem, fricassee, poach, yo, what the fuck do you know? How to get your this over a list? Yo, no telling, hit the dumb like Max Schmeling. Turn up the irrational, factual, serial mind. Squeeze light for the height. Now status like Gladys Howard. How the cowards step in the arena with classics. It's tragic. Or your air vortex behind your chest plate. Soft skin trying to break. Yo, the shice. Black man on the mic. Mad matter. We need collateral. Please your eardrum and your feel sound. We mean well. Watch the man fix space up back to back. Rhyming with EK. Magnetism. Get that long between the smoke shot of my head. Like an nigga on the scout. Chopping the brain, stained glass. Contrast, outlast. Like an old photograph.
It is 75 degrees in the
Cancer rising, y'all.
This is the sound of
Larry Mizell's group.
It's summertime in Seattle, so quit your whining.
Shout out to Larry Mizell.
It might not last. I know
Your host, your
daily life can be draining, so just try to maintain. Hey, it always be raining. It's summertime in Seattle, so quit your whining, man. The sun is shining, and it might not last. I know the pain in daily life can be draining, so just try to maintain. Hey, it always be raining. The most Beautifulest thing in this world I call home. I'ma deal with all my problems tomorrow. 'Cause right now, we got cats by the colors bumping this track as their lags in the back of their Monte Carlos. Sound so much sweeter in the summertime. Do you speak it? Nice to meet you, son. I haven't seen you. Don't fight it. The feeling is seeing the sun shining at 9 in the morning. Anything bothering you, ignore it. Cause it ain't raining, I'm saying we got a special appreciation for days like this. Cause we use the precipitation, but we done made it through all of the grind and grit, all the gray skies. And up in the Emerald City, as soon as it hits 60, I mean really, as soon as it hits 60, we killing it. Grooving to some Quincy played, a rich by Jimi Hendrix and Marvin Gaye. Cause we smarty drawing it out. So please don't talk about tomorrow, cause we partying now. If I could only explain to you the feeling when the rain is through, I mean the whole city changes mood. And I lost my inhibitions today. The barbecue is starting soon, I gotta go and get me a plate. Cause it's summertime in Seattle, so quit your whining, man. The sun is shining, and it might not last. I know the pain of daily life can be draining, so just try to maintain. Hey, it can't always be raining. It's summertime in Seattle, so quit your whining, man. The sun is shining, and it might not last. I know the pain of daily life can be draining, so just try to maintain. Hey, it can't always be raining. Yo, this town is a trip. You know that I've encountered some shit. But when I moved here, I didn't know how cloudy it get. The sound of the rain almost put me out of my brain like crazy insane. That's how I was living. No, really, I got depressed, cause the sun was like forever it pressed. I stay in bed for days. Sometimes I never get dressed before 3. Had to work at noon, nevertheless. Had trouble getting over just the everyday stress. But when summer hit, damn, did my bummer get gone. I stopped tripping on the negativity. It was on as soon as I saw what the precipitation was for. Trees, lakes, landscapes I never witnessed before. Such beautiful things. You know that it's the truth when it rings true. I think the things that bring you down could also redeem you. You need to see some rain so you can cherish the sunlight. Now that it's here, it's time to have some fun, right? It's summertime in Seattle, so quit your whining, man. The sun is shining, and it might not last. I know the pain of daily life can be draining, so just try to maintain. Hey, it can't always be raining.
Shout out to Sensimila, top spinning H-Bomb. Song's called Destiny. Just love this beat. He gave us one of the greatest lines in the song, putting Seattle on the map like Stephen Poole.
It's our destiny to be the best we could be, while the rest to be trying to learn the recipe. So learn a lesson from me and the T.O.P., especially when you're not even the freshest MC. Inevitably, I'm too clever to be defeated. Fools have never succeeded. I pull their lever whenever it's needed. I'm never conceited, I'm just stating the facts. Like a newspaper reporter coming straight from Iraq. Putting Seattle on the map like Stephen Poole. It's just simple, without even going pop like a pimple. Top will never stop dropping these instrumentals. The fact that I'm always rhyming isn't coincidental. We became invincible due to the shit we've been through. It's the principle of it. This is what we're meant to do and we love it. So stop pretending you're part of it. Your weak ass raps is just offending the art of it. Yo, I can't pardon it the way they started to change this art into something else for the young personal wealth. We have to go through many different obstacles, but you got put on even though you suck like a popsicle. Props are due to the crew whose tropicals I hit to Panama, and it seems impossible but true. It's got to be those two Sensimila cats who got the meanest raps on the cleanest tracks and make you snap like a Venus flytrap. If they try to react, I've seen them try to and I kinda attack. In comparison, you come back down, I'll be whack, and it's embarrassing. Your rap sounding so flat. It's our destiny to be the best we could be, while the rest to be trying to learn the recipe. So learn the lesson from me and the T.O.P., especially when you're not even the freshest MC. It's our destiny to be the best we could be, while the rest to be trying to learn the recipe. So learn a lesson from me, the T.O.P., especially when you're not even the freshest MC.
Do you believe in fate? Well, I believe in great beats and lyrical feats pressed up and put out on a plate. Yep, the type caliber you carry it in your crate. These are the type of sounds that Sensimila creates. Relevant sonic elements, not strictly for the hell of it, nah. Rather a testament to our intelligence. Call us digital doctors, performing operations. Zairian acapellas over beats by your Jamaican. Taking our time to connect with precisely the right rhyme. Signed, sealed, and delivered, just like a package. Hitting your straight up while competition's ass backwards, like putting your pants on in the mirror. Although the rain remains, I managed to see clearly, while nearly every crew wonders how we stay solid like granite. Perfecting masterpieces is our purpose on this planet.
It's our destiny to be the best we could be, while the rest will be trying to learn the recipe. So learn the lesson from me and the T.O.P., especially when you're not even the freshest MC. It's our destiny to be the best we could be, while the rest will be trying to learn the recipe. So learn the lesson from me and the T.O.P., especially when you're not even the freshest MC. It's our destiny. Especially when you're not even the freshest MC.
Excuse me, narcotic, y'all. Rest in peace, Tizzy T.
Game of checkers of death. Watch you contemplate, I confiscate them assets as well as your last breath. Suspect nigga, never figured the reaper was
right on the beat.
Fashion. Caught up while you rapping, you slacking. Still high capping, you still pissed off. The vendetta was never squashed till the Beretta was letting off in your direction. Hot ones headed for your hawk head, cheese gang greedily. Easy I does it speedily, like Speedy can't trust it, won't linger. Beats, 2 fingers, I'm Gonzalez. Your rhetoric's a balance, plus your $20 converted to herbal solids. Verbal spit shine polish through articulate rhyme knowledge. School in the art of rap dudes and had a pack tools like Tim Allen styling, play your hat 10 gallon. Smiling the school, single valid root to the first to tell her. We first to tell you, first to buy the rider. NARCO, TIK's versatile. Yo, my niggas, what's the lie? You know what time it is? I feel like busting. Yo, Black, let's the track.
I feel like hit one MC, unlikely the master of PEO. Please, fiend, find and tweet. Make you see you whipping mic stand, brother stand. Thinking, take your mic, a ball fist, throw it at least twice. Dark eye, purple side punk. I sit on trial after fuck whack rap. Pull strings till I dominate, puppeteer. You take a foot, I pull 12 inches. Infant, falling like you're 6 months. While my ancestors roll blunts. I'm patient to pull off and make consequence. Drakes play the fence, check the play right. Wanna get in the game, but they don't play right. Bust your head, jumping feet first on firm earth. To the ankle, then I solidify. The nigga frame crack into 85 stones. Gathered by original man. Shook in my hand, then let him land. I'm holding 211 stout, halfway out, dripping more on niggas' backseats. Talk, my Delta 88 beat out these 9x5s. I'm so conniving, but I couldn't wait. Indeed, I need waiting, nigga light. Wait till passerby or underestimate, then front it polite. Don't swing till I see the whites of his grin. Feed him this poor man's aspirin. Then I spit just to spite life. Lick Swisher down one side despite life. Think of 4 reasons why I shouldn't fuck life. Make me wanna bust.
The homie Overtron, all day, all night. To come on the ones and twos.
Grabbed the construction of my actions. I'm satisfied and calm and collecting thoughts, drafting myself within this fragile mind. Extracted, distracted by the strobe lights flashing. I wish the DJ play a tight jam, cause the circle isn't hype, man. These people getting drunk about the minute might stand innocent of cipher. Where's my pipe and lighter? The microphone is fired up, plugged inside the fader. It's either now or never know my energy is greater. Aviator, overestimated hatred, showing love from a freestyle traveling. Thrown like a javelin, hitting y'all at home hard and felt words grabbing you. Take it back, relax and think the beating head nodding to the hypnotical logic I speak. But most of y'all are sleeping. If you can't take it deep enough for art, it's that energy that's lost within the dark, so let it spark. I came into the place, put the mic in my hand. I felt the ghost grab a hold of my emotion, expand. Without a plan, I put my hand upon the monitor, stand my head down. The sound was circulating inside of my head. I never felt the beat hit me so strongly before. The taste of freedom off the tongue, too many styles to pour upon these onlookers lingering in front of my soul. Expose the holy, most sacred part of freaking the flow. All day, all night, rituals, physical, touching boy, portal, transported mind, here we go. All day, all night, spiritual reflection on the masses, the open ones that's watching.
medical card, see the doctor on some Kumo shit.
Jake won.
Split the blunt after you fold it, you gon' trip. But happy on some pimp shit, new clothes kicks. Little mommy stroking the mink like you so crisp. If you notice, these fools know tricks to scoop your bitch, so keep your game tight. Don't lose your grip like Jeremy Stevens. It's not the place to be if you're barely eating. The winter time is the therapy season. They say the overcast, depressions and stunts grow, but they make rain clouds, my nigga, that's blunt smoke. Damn, it feels good to talk about home.
Welcome to Seattle, where the sun goes down.
Damn, it feels good to talk about home.
Let's take them back to the scene, yo. Show them what I mean, though. Shark ball, art ball, Oscars, Dino. Streets, fish grease, same D. Better weed, though. Dark days, vice nights, Oscars, King Cole. News travels word of mouth. I know you heard about Dude Turn State. He been talking to Colin Couch about J-U-O-S-L-P. M-O-A, Valley Hood, East U, do Satan, South Side, West Side. Dilapidated, gentrified. 40 ounce for breakfast, macchiato when I'm high. Promise to make it mine. She let me get it, rain, sleet, or shine. Yeah, that's Seattle state of mind.
Damn, it feels good to talk about home.
What's your word?
Everybody was in this video.
Damn, it feels good to talk about home.
Rise and shine, bitches. Check how Seattle do. The flow sick shit. Call it Seattle flu. Out of town acting wild, my Seattle crew. Run this Jake track just like Seattle slew. And the green that we blow from Seattle's too. That was grown in a lab at Seattle U. At Westfield, 12th man, my Seattle dude. Nate Burleson wearing that Seattle blue. Bosworth made all the Seattle boo. The Sonics let Kim go. Seattle's through. I read Seattle Times, I watch Seattle News. I hope Seattle win, I watch Seattle lose.
Damn, it feels good to talk
Maniac. Here we go with this.
Man, it's about that time to pop that cork and pour out that shine. Ooh. Full out hard grind, getting better like wine. Make the dimes then wine. Yeah, that's me, white and free, banging J Soup LP in the hood. Like the young niggas bang LP. Union Jackson, yes, slur 2-3. Boy, I stay ooh-wee. You do you and let me do me, And I bet I'll crack these half-ass niggas ain't wet on the track. What up, Marlon? These pussy niggas not ballers. You fucking with the town rap scholars. Bitch, holla. We just very low-key. Don't think that a nigga don't very blow heat. And ain't nary nothing sweet. Solo Dough is my idol, man. Cherry is the street.
Shout out to Solo Dough.
The streets bury my peeps. Credit Dre Dow, Dude B and Baby T. Like that. I bought Cools and Mr. Lowe's for my moms in the doghouse hallways. It made my flows bomb. From the CD to we is all just alike. Panthers and gangsters raised us up right. When the chips crash, stand your ass up and fight. Some told the chop, blow me, I gun. Hey, check it, and I will gun you down. See Dylan killing how we run through sound. Up the middle, boy, the whole world renowned. First we built it, then we killed it, then we tilted that crown. To the left, cause I'm fresh off the right, cause we tight to the back. What's the half shit? Nothing. Headed up the grannies with these L's and the facts. Some say I pushed it forward, some say he brought it back. I put the ill up and real, you a fake. When I'm chill, when the bill with the J1.
Damn, it feels good to talk about home.
When I'm done, you'll be up tired and back.
Damn, it feels good to talk about home.
You gotta get up for something.
Oh, that was nice. That was very nice.
Oh yeah, for real. And I think, you know, we heard Home, and before that we heard The Town. I think in this era is when we started to hear a lot of that Seattle pride in the music, right? Overt Seattle pride,
Yes.
right? As we really started to appreciate the sound more and the uniqueness of this local hip hop scene. And so yeah, that just brings it out. Home was a big moment. Shout out to the big homie, Jake One, Vita,
And we just realized that we wasn't in none of them videos, nigga. The Town, we wasn't in them shits.
What happened?
What happened? That other one? Man, something, come on, man. You had been in the hood, what up? I'm sorry. Hey, but back on track, Cancer Rising. I remember when they dropped. Shout out to Mizell, man. Glad to have you back home, baby.
Yes, sir.
Over at KXP, we need you right now. But Inye just brought something to my attention about how that, would you say the lyrics was about an immigrant who?
The sound was. He was writing a song about the town about somebody who moved here from someplace else.
Man, that's dope.
Yeah.
See,
Yeah.
Tell me I gotta think more. H-Bomb, I done seen H-Bomb take many a heads in many MC battles. Love that brother, Sensimilia. I was telling him when Sensimilia came out, I was like, what the fuck is a Sensimilia? And then somebody was like, it's weed. I was like, all right, I get it now.
But yeah, we all, are admirers of Sensimilia, H-Bomb, Boy Top, and just, the lyricism, the music, and again, on that Mount Rushmore, Seattle hip hop. Sensimilia is definitely there, and
Narcotic, man. Bruh. And if y'all don't know about Notework, whose Notework is a phenomenal MC, dope MC, but also is a dope visual storyteller. Like the work that he's doing right now, currently in the town, you gotta check it out. The boy is filthy. Narcotic, rest in peace, Tizzy T.
Yeah, rest in peace, Tizzy T.
Gotta throw that out there. But yeah, man, I'm looking at this lineup of the track lists or the set lists that these DJs have curated. Man, this is good work. And I just wish that, not even wish, I'm gonna get these playlists from both y'all. I need that. I need that in my personal rotation. So I'm coming at you. Yeah, who we got next? We still got some time?
Stand up for something or you'll fall for anything. So this is the boom bap, and they telling you, get up. And don't forget, it's Super Nat, a.k.a. Infinite Styles, a.k.a. Rip the Mic, a.k.a. Always Flowing. Believe that.
We're back.
Silent Yams and Jace. Inside this track, not yet.
Jake 1. Who's a cootie you can count on for guaranteed heat? It's a boom bap project from stage to the street. Been known to set it off with 2 tables and a mic in. Known to turn it out like park jams and street lights.
Us two, we keep it moving, use our mind like a weapon. Fight off all wannabes and treat life as a lesson. I'm a student of perfection, I perfect the art of words. And when boom bap is the section, we get beat into the third.
Like these other MCs that go half-fast on a verse. We know the audience is listening, so we thinking y'all first. It's quality control. No Kareem knows the emphasis. Y'all front hard like thugs, but you're really so sensitive.
Yo, we tell her how it's seen without the big screen. A big budget egos who lack skills but got bling. With they tinfoil dreams, got no strength or no power. Make a song, then it blows, and they gone in an hour. To my folks in the spot, posted up on the wall. It's time to get up, get up, get up, get up. To my peeps at the bar, watching Babylon fall. It's time to get up, get up, get up, get up. To the strong ladies working hard to survive. It's time to get up, get up, get up, get up. To my hip hop heads keeping this culture alive. It's time to get up, get up, get up, get up. We be the two of a kind that prove lightning strike twice and motivate crowds to while out during nights. Feel the force of the movement like an electric charge. Surge through the populace and cause the temperature to rise.
We're known to energize, set the tone with a blueprint. Get in where we fit in, battle prone if the shoe fits. Glance the looking glass at the man who's in front of you. Seems you're content and just a little too comfortable.
We known to bust bubbles, y'all pop bottles and crisps. Still catch us at a bar with a drink and eat fist. Y'all too busy trying to show out and we just playing it cool. You can decorate a clown, but in the end he's still a fool.
Shouts to all my breakers, my catchers do graffiti. My DJ's got my back, so if you want it, come and see me. Linoleum warlords, some seasoned up rockers. We do it for the love while y'all in it for the profit.
To my folks in the spot, posted up on the wall. It's time to get up, get up, get up, get up. To my peeps at the bar, watching Babylon fall. Time to get up, get up, get up, get up. To the strong ladies working hard to survive. It's time to get up, get up, get up, get up. To my hip hop heads keeping this culture alive. It's time to get up, get up, get up, get up.
With a yes, yes, y'all, this is hip-hop music. The cats getting it twisted, all the shit that it's confused with. The sole purpose, the culture needs a remedy. The sophomore slump, should've planned on some longevity.
Some cats are just parodies to the streets and a hustle, trying to capitalize on lives that live through the struggle. We original with ours, giving hopes to the masses. Blessing out the speakers of clubs, cards, and Walkmans.
Through blood, sweat, and tears, fair shares of hard times. Through the days of our lives, hard lives from hard minds. All I request is just a little time to shine. And all I have in this world is my balls and my rhymes.
This is an all-out melee. We cultivating culture. I rock raps that cross maps for headbanging soldiers. We ain't bringing it back to us, it never left. For those who never give up, we'll keep doing it to the death. To my folks in the spot, posted up on the wall, it's time to get up, get up, get up, get up. To my peeps at the bar, watching Babylon fall, time to get up, get up, get up, get up. To the strong ladies working hard to survive, it's time to get up, get up, get up, get up. To my hip hop heads keeping this culture alive, it's time to get up, get up, get up, get up.
You guys know the deal. This is the last song, so you gotta act like a seal. The 206. Y'all ain't ready.
The 206.
Yeah, are they ready for the 206? I mean, are they ready worldwide? For everything that's going on out here around here?
206.
What's up to my man Raj Me, Poetry Experience, no doubt. Where's Angelina at? Angelina, the Squadron Ballerina. Here we go. From wetlands, wetlands, wetlands.
Wetlands. 1, 2. Yo, it goes 1 for the most high, 2 for my wife, 3 for my seed. God bless your life. I rock beats for a living with the style is free. Niggas 1 word, say ya baby Jossiery. We in the place to be from the city that's wet. 2026, be the sure shot bet. We got crews for days, all finding their ways, realizing, overstanding that these rhymes here pay. Step away from the block and listen to the trees, singing with the birds, y'all flowing with the breeze. No more chopping OZs or ducking hollow points, just hooking up tracks that be the sure shot joint, or rolling a joint to the rhythm of this jam. Just step into the jam and get dap from your man, or slide on stage and rocking it with a band, or just a mic, cable, and 2 turntables. Can you rock? Are you willing and able to simply flow free and set your spirit free? Motivate your conscience, I'm a MC. Move the crowd, I'm a MC. Most creative culture, I'm a MC. Wetlands, Northwest, we in the place to be. Cause life's to be loved and mics is to be rich. Trailblaze territory through this speech I spit. Wetlands, the wetlands, wetlands, the wetlands, wetlands, the wetlands. Pacific Northwest, yes y'all, we rock fresh from the wetlands. The wetlands, wetlands, the wetlands, wetlands, the wetlands. Pacific Northwest, yes y'all, we rock fresh from the
Seattle, Washington, my lyrics weighing a ton. From Seattle,
the place to be.
We rock fresh. Seattle, Washington, my lyrics weighing a ton.
Listen to the name of the place.
Yo, who gon' be the one to front like these Seattleites can rock the mic right? But every time we step to the 12-inch plate, we have a healthy appetite with the capability to rock a microphone in any vicinity where precipitation is heavy and these rhyme flows vary. On the other side of the map, let's hit MCs, bust rap, knuckleheads, bust caps, and one time ready to jack. For those who choose to take part in that ghetto game, protect your neck, cause 3 strikes is in effect. You say, what the heck? So now you living in hell. 25 with the L, but I'm here to tell it well. I was out in that trap that's designed to fail, but now I'm here to succeed. Y'all, word to my seed. I can put that on my creed, I can put that on my kind. I'ma rock these beats and make y'all press rewind. Every time, boy, I catch to see we come divine. Niggas, I word, say your source of labor just shine. Got something for your ass and something for your mind. Any color, size, shape, or zodiac sign. B-boy and word, saying Taurus, the bull is mine. It's the year 2000, so elevate your mind. Don't get left behind, no more blind leading blind. God lives within, just seek and you shall find. God lives within, just seek and you shall find. Vitamin D, we let them now come back, we blind, we let wetlands, the wetlands, wetlands, the wetlands, wetlands, the wetlands, Pacific Northwest, yes sure, we rock fresh from the wetlands, the wetlands, wetlands, the wetlands, wetlands, the wetlands, Pacific Northwest, yes sure, we rock fresh from the
206. Uncharted territory on this hip-hop map.
niggas daily. This niggas daily. These niggas daily like the government, loving it. Summer hits, don't keep you warm when the winter hits. Remember this, let the beat expand. For what you about to hear, represent Specs and others. Some bad brothers with gun, mic, and bed skills. Just ask the ladies, maybe they the one that said chill. Hold up, here goes some more bills to fold up. Find me at the bar, toe up, tossing flows up. Tiva, lever, Lake Geneva, chatting girls from Moscow. Those who overslept gotta take a pause now and check the respected scholar with intellect. It's not just who you know, you got to know how it go. Also, I call those type of haters assholes. If this was Parker Brothers, your piece would never pass go. Maniac, Krypton flows for brainiacs. Maniac, the fool hit scores with the daily rap, day in, day out. Your opinion or you stay out. Sneaking through the back, fuck around and get sprayed out like dirty rings. Eyes pale, watch the birdies sing. Back in the day, I was known as Cool Nerdy King. You heard me bring it, now you call the birdie Phoenix. Hurting rappers' feelings like, get this nigga Kleenex quick. Fiend to rip it like a child with some bubble wrap. Hit you with a double tap to ask where the trouble at. Don't come with that fake shit, cause I run with those tapes, kid. 5 beats, 5 pages a day. Keeps a critic at bay, child's play. Call me nuts, I'll say. Scarier than Anthony Perkins on Smile Day. I'm out, so now you clowns know what I'm about. Independence, now let me chill so we can end this on the right page. Save it for the lit stage. Put it on some wax, the ghetto just might rage. I was never new, so go ahead and call me Old Jack. Besides that, I'm not a real MC, I never sold crack. Now bring it back. Watch the people act up, all I can say is hot damn, I love this rap stuff.
Soul City, Beacon Skills. My name
Got
is
another
Or.
Orbitron. Soul Shifters.
Settle down, sit down now. Listen up, sit down. Get up. My city's dark by the day, from the clouds that hang to the Puget Sound boats transporting in rain. Skyscrapers unseen, hidden fortunes of gold. The Space Needle hovers like a UFO over Sports Arena, gigantic bowl in a hole. From the taxpaying citizens paying their toll. Beacon Hill 36 route, busting a hole in the National District and making it slow. Ethnics in the back, thinking rhymes I low. On my mini disc, Briscoe, air that flows. Back to downtown, pounds by the homies I know. Spitting rhymes on the corner, can't stop, I go. 4th Ave on the West Lake, drugs get sold. It's hitting old, hanging out by the walls, that mold. Working past ghosts like figures that rose. On my way to the practice spot, moving the soul. More things, noisy blocks talk, I go. Underground spot, club, like nights we hold. War room, Soul City Monday nights. Weekend getaways, hip hop and shows. On the app or the lab, where we spitting in woes. Ground transportation, traffic, flooded street potholes. I got love for this godforsaken place I know. I got love for this godforsaken place I know. It's called Seattle.
Northwest 206. Northwest 206. Northwest 206. Northwest.
Like Beacon skills. Oh yeah. Mad rhymes again. Alonzo, you a fool for this one.
As a producer, I feel it's my duty to give it to you hardcore. Fresh.
How long have you been listening to the world's famous Orbitron? DJ to come say, rock on.
The Emerald City. 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 The Emerald City.
We got Kylia on the track.
Jasiri, Big Bubba, and E on the beat.
MJG.
Yeah, it's for you. It's for you. That's right, it's for you. It's for you. You see, it's for you. See, check it out. Stand in my B-girl stance. Make a sucker duck MC flash dance. Make a real hip-hop fan. Put the hands over the top. Feeling like it's Planet Rock. We can play on your radio. Down. Make the hardest brother in the club feel proud. Probably never knew we had deep, never slouched. This is the way I've been shown to throw it down. Hold up, girl, see, you're going too fast. Okay, is this better now? Pick up the pace, so you're rolling with E. Queen,
Shout out to Kylia, E-White.
Like a fake cat, is it choose to hold back? Yeah, I still got sex, gotta keep that green. Mean Joe got some yo green. Rolling with my crew, now that's a winning team. We got all the shine and ain't got no you and you and you. For cats you can't get it right, try and stay true to yourself when there's no one else, there's you. Believing in yourself, yeah, it starts with you. See, it's for you and you and you. Hold tight to your dreams, they're bound to come true. Put in some work, it'll work for you. Believe what you say and watch what you do. I tell a fool, you're better off keeping your mouth shut. You lessen the chance of your feelings getting hurt. Get left in the dirt, it's the dust you'll be fighting. Rethinking your thoughts, rewrite what you was writing. See, these words are like lightning, powerful, exciting, isn't it? Words have power, past and present tense. Been sent to prevent my own downfall. Can't be worried about y'all if you don't care enough. Blood has been shed, enough tears to fill an ocean. Young ones lose when there's no one to show them. Watch, listen, learn. Martin, Malcolm, Marcus, get to the club and watch when we start this. Original beat girl hits, it's like clockwork. I'm putting in overtime, I gotta get mine. I'm hard working, people stay on the grind. This is for you and you and you. All you young kids, keep your butts in school. Standing on the block don't make you cool. You look like you really need to go to school. This is for you and you and you. Sis, get it right if he don't love you. You gotta do for yourself, this is true. Believe what you say and watch what you do.
You and you. 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 You and you.
We operate in critical mode. You know the words to this story, it's already been told. I'm just a voice in the woods when no breezes blow. I said it if you get it or not. Express yourself through words, it's the freedom you got. Imagine yourself on top, keep your dreams, you don't stop. Body rock rocks the beat, you don't stop. Body rock keeps the heat, you don't stop. The beats that don't stop. This is for you and you and you. For cats you can't get it right, try and stay true to yourself when there's no one else, there's you. Believing in yourself, yeah, it starts with you. See, it's for you and you and you. Hold tight to your dreams, they're bound to come true. Put in some work, it'll work for you. Believe what you say and watch what you do.
We got another.
So that was phenomenal. That was dope.
Oh yeah.
There were some voices that took me back to the sit and spin days. And anybody who knows.
Wow.
Yeah, right?
Yep.
Come on, man. What was that, like a laundromat in a venue? And it was like crazy. But that's where I got my first like experience seeing like, you know, Word Say a Rock and really host, like really create a platform for the younger generation and be the host, you know, getting exposure to Beyond Reality and the OGs coming through. Like that was dope. That was, come on.
Yeah, and it's that period was a period of growth as we saw, you know, the scene really opening up and a lot of fans coming into the scene and a lot of venues opening up and opportunities for groups and to hit those larger venues and to tour and to do things that set the foundation for where we are today. And so some of those pioneers are the ones that open doors. And we keep hearing a lot of Specs Wizards. Shout out to Specs.
Shout out to Specs.
One of the unspoken kind of geniuses of the town and legends of the town that's so low key, but is such a genius in what he's done and what he continues to do.
Yeah. I'll say something. Who was this in the chat? April says, shout out to all the women artists from the town holding down from day to day. Recognize the women with powerful voices projecting light across the Emerald City, never forgotten in a male-ran scene. Hey, I'm going to echo that one. That's for real. Because we done heard from Canary Sings, Beyond Reality, Sister Hailstorm, Laura Peace Kelly. Who else did we have?
Julie
C. I mean, and then we got Jen. Yeah, we got Jen, who's just curated a phenomenal set. So I just want to say that I think me and Inge have this conversation, and if hip hop is a movement, it seems like the ones who fuel the movement when you start peeling back the layers, it's always the women pushing that shit hard. Going back to what you were saying, let's talk about Specs for a minute. Specs, filthy. Not only is he a dope MC, but I actually had the opportunity years ago to go to an event of his at the Seattle Center and see that he is also a phenomenal graphic artist. This boy is filthy.
Yeah.
Let me just tell you. On the topic of that, there's another MC who was in this last set who's also multi-talented and does multiple things, and that's Orbitron. Now, Orbitron not only is a dope-ass B-boy, but he's also an MC. And I got first hip to Orbitron back when Jai Thai, the Jai Thai days, where you can go to this restaurant and get some Thai food, and they had this baby-ass stage with the open mic. And we was broke. We used to get just the rice with the peanut sauce. We had much money back then. I got to see the boy Orb when he was rocking with Circle of Fire. And this is before I even knew he was an MC. And it was just like a group of 3 or 4 MC or B-boys, and they just went hard. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's real. And I think, you're touching on the culture and how big the culture was in the town, and that, just like hip hop in its inception, we were really about the 5 elements, and so, cats was DJing, MCing, doing graffiti, dancing. You were practicing different parts of the craft, and that was part of how we got down and part of the culture of how we gathered. And so that was something really special, man.
So there's a correction. Now somebody said that wasn't Beyond Reality. It was Kalia and her son. No. What is that? That was a question. That was a correct. Oh, okay, pardon me. So it was Beyond Reality. All right. So I'm like, hold on. She's asking.
No, Beyond Reality was not Kalia and her son.
Okay. So clarify. Yeah. So we got that understanding. All right, y'all heard it. So. Dope. This is dope. We got people asking questions again. Yeah, thank you for asking. April. Yeah, we see you, Hellstorm. Peace to you. But yeah, I guess we can run into it. Any other commentary, Guna?
Man, I know we was touching on at the beginning Old Dominion and the movement they had going into town as we talk about crews, as we heard from Boom Bap and others, and kind of the different crews we had at different times. And how, there was a time when, Boom Bap was big in the town in terms of opening it up to more kind of mainstream venues and things. And we can see kind of looking back on what happened like in the 2000s, how certain things led to other things. And just, so that just sparks my mind on the growth. I feel like this was a period of growth. If you look at the Seattle hip hop scene, the 90s and then the 2010 forward, all that growth that happened that allowed Seattle artists to go national, international more easily is this era. You know?
I mean, Boom Bap, they was big, man. They was with Rhymesayers. And then we have this clarification. Well, I need to understand in how Boom Bap Project and Old Dominion, how did they connect?
Boom Bap was part of Old Dominion.
Yeah, what is the association there? I guess I'll have to do some more research on that one, but I know it just seems like they clicked up like Voltron and just became something else. But Rob Castro, yeah. Shout out to Castro. Castro would know the history on that one too.
And shout out to Bishop. Like we were saying, Bishop was vicious.
Come on, man.
We were talking about a battle we saw at the New Black Arts West Theater between Young Fatal
and Bishop Lamar.
And Bishop.
Yes.
It was one of the illest battles I've ever seen in my life. Shout out to Fatal Luciano.
And side note, Fatal might have been 15, 16?
This
Young Fatal.
Yeah.
This is, young
just
Fado.
walked up to a cipher.
Now.
And Bishop was killing it at the time. Everybody was holding it down, but Bishop was killing it. And it just turned into one of the illest battles I've ever seen.
Side note on the topic of battling, two of the best battlers I've seen, three if we talking Bishop. Bishop, Fado Luciano, and I gotta shout out Language Arts.
Yep.
In that same vein, I had the opportunity of seeing Language Arts and Fado go head to head in front of Langston Hughes Performing Arts Center. This is when I first got hip to Language Arts. Coming at, I think it was Seattle Young People's Project or one of them youth-led organizations. And let me tell you, the boy La, he came out swinging. I'm gonna reserve my opinions. I'm gonna just say that them boys both got off. I can't say who won that one, but them boys both got off. So
that's
dope.
real.
We need to bring that back, man. I'd like to see some MCs get a mud hole just go head to head. We need that.
What'd you say when we first got here? You said you missed the days when we could just tell MCs.
You just could
like,
tell an MC,
you're
man,
whack.
you suck. Your rhymes are dirt, bro. And not people just not get offended at all, butthurt about it. Cause man, I had some shows. I had one show specifically back when I was younger. I went through this period of I was just crashing shows, man. Just couldn't remember lyrics and shit like that. And I had Black on the side of the stage, and he looked at me and he said, "Yo, Yid, next time I'm gonna bring an airbag for you." Come on, B. This is the shit I'm talking about. But you just knew. Like, cats held you accountable. B, you tighter than that, you doper than that, or you didn't come with it. But, you had cats who was holding you accountable for the rhymes, man. Either you was dope or you wasn't. And I just think we need to bring the town back.
Oh yeah. And like you're saying, it was a culture of lyricism.
Yes.
And you had to rap, you had to freestyle too.
Yes. You had to do
You
it
was
all.
rapping, that's cool. Cats be waiting for you outside your show. Like you got to freestyle. Like it was you had to have different weapons in your arsenal, and it was a town where cats sharpened your sword, and that's why we hung out with each other. That's why, because we all love the culture and we had that in common, but it made me a better MC to be rapping with this guy right here. And if we got ran up on by some jokers or something, we had the right people in place. So, it was just a great time to be a young artist, MC in this city, and to forever be able to play this music and to have these memories and to be part of this.
So it was You Speaks, that's right. You Speaks then produced some.
But was You Speaks?
Was it around back
early?
then?
No, I think you were right with Seattle.
I'm
a SIP alumni
I remember
from back in the day.
Specifically, even when it was back
90s.
in the hood.
Yeah,
Dakota could be, I don't know.
I mean, could be, but I
can't pinpoint the time.
But
You Speaks, when did that come out?
I don't know, but I know it wasn't around when I was.
Okay, I'm sticking with my story then. I'm sticking with my story. I'm going to say Seattle Young People's Project. That's EB's era. You guys all came out of that. So I would say that's about right.
So
that's right. We old, Dakota. My bad. We old, B.
Hey, we're seasoned.
We're seasoned.
We're beautifully seasoned.
Yeah, man.
Let's finish this.
Yeah, go ahead, my
bad. And then we'll come back.
Notes joint. This is called Joy.
Radio, Raheem, this for
Champagne.
And my family, Sammy. Police brutality, killing niggas up in the street, that's reality. Beating niggas up in the street, you's a casualty. Officer, why is you harassing me? No, I have no drugs on my person. Why you keep asking me? Why you gotta treat every black man dastardly? Officer unfriendly feels threatened, he draws his weapon, he getting shoot in position, then he steps in. It's target practice now, training fixing. Feeling like Mel Gibson, lethal weapon. First one stops him, second one drops him. No one to help him, lying there dying. Lights get dim, everything gets silent. No one really cares when police do the violence. Cops on my block making it hot, they moving. They won't stop till we make them stop, remove them. Cops on my block making it hot, they moving. They won't stop till we make them stop, remove them. Got my money in a stash box, cold flow from the rest, they can't stop me. I'm from the block of the Skyway. By the way, had to do it, got hot today. I'm never feeling my team is completed when we stop it on sentence. Every time I rap, complete the whole sentence. I'm next, I rap, I'm dope, I'm that Oscar, that shit's that What's for Sammy, Boom Curry, Mad Dog, straight from the South End. Young Hog, moved to Houston, Texas, got a little trouble, then got locked up, then got double, fighting the guards. Time was hard, he had to be hard, or get left scarred. When he got back, life was just like that, till he got shot by a cop in his back. Cops on my block making it hot, they moving. They won't stop till we make them stop, remove them. Cops on my block making it hot, they moving. They won't stop till we make them stop, remove them.
It's all good. We got another Yidam Sack joint. This is Hear Me Out. He's one of my favorite artists in Seattle. We love you, Yidam.
The stress of fatherhood, ask me if I know something. Don't even smoke, feeling I should roll something. Pride in my eyes, my daughter, soul's pumping. She the reason for the weekend hustling. Got me cold crushing hip hop. I can't beat her with this mic money. Homies is telling me it'll be alright money. Keeping it legal, trying to get that right money. This month is tight money, feed her with the light money. Something's telling me to do that shit. Cause how much longer can I do this shit? I envy them dudes and they newest whips down the strip, shotgunning with the cutest chicks. I wish I was oblivious to real life shit. Ain't never had no problem, it was cash equipped. But that's not so, I could jack and sell crack, but that's not whoa. I need cheese to invest, watch this stock growth. The green and the cheddar type to cover your nachos. I guap slow, please homie hear me out, don't knock my hustle. If I'm tripping over ego, please pop my bubble. Doubling my ends, but if things get tough, I'll be that same dude that'll stick you up. Please, homie, hear me out, don't knock my hustle. If I'm tripping over ego, please pop my bubble. A penny to a grin, no ifs or buts. Impeding on my plans that'll get you cut. Trying to refrain from putting in any type of work. Back in the day, I would do any type of dirt. Rob, steal, whatever brought the paper in. Place an order, pretzel up the pizza man. Stomach rumbling, out to making easy profit. 2 double toppings, quick $40 in the pocket. But that was back when I was messing with the homie Ray Ray. And for that payday, I would lift you out your Pele. Since then, things done changed. Close homies getting burnt by flames. Responsibilities got me dropping cocaine. Mistakes, risk taking, it's a cold game. Yitty yetty on the streets, that's my code name. And I won't stop until the day that my clothes change. Hitting strips, wood grain in the gold range. Folks say that I'm bananas, but I'm so sweet. Please, homie, hear me out, don't knock my
my hustle. If I'm tripping over ego, please pop my bubble. Devil in my ends, but if things get tough, I'll be that same dude that'll stick you up. Please, homie, hear me out, don't knock my hustle. If I'm tripping over ego, please pop my bubble. A penny to a grin, no ifs or buts. Impeding on my plans that'll get you cut. If I hit rock bottom, I'd eventually rise. As a man, it's my duty for family to provide. Like a time bomb ticking inside, it's my pride when my eyes start swelling. See the pain in my eyes for good reason. Not liking the position I've in. Fiending like leprechauns shoveling greening. Demons, I find them kinda hard to shake. My bad habits, I find them kinda hard to break. Safe is a way I've never been known to play. I grind from the night until they turn into days. Homies, it's like it's just a phase that you're going through. Others, it's like I got some haze I wanna blow with you. My wicked ways led astray, man, I'm so confused. Until you look into the mirror, you don't know it's you. But I done found myself, I'm on a mission now. Piercing through the threshold barriers, I kick some down. You about to hear me out, get them got a vicious sound. Decided it's not time to bounce, I gotta rep my kids. Homie, hear me out, don't knock my hustle. If I'm tripping over ego, please pop my bubble. Devil in my ends, but if things get tough, I'll be that same dude that'll stick you up. Please, homie, hear me out, don't knock my hustle. If I'm tripping over ego, please pop my bubble. A penny to a grin, no ifs or buts. Impeding on my plans that'll get you cut.
Check it out. This is the Soul Shifters and the Circle of
Just
Fire.
so you know, I was mixing that with my own stuff.
Peace.
This is another
A new
overtime
beginning, a new elevated presence. Caress this essence, this new music and a weapon. Our crew is stepping. We represent this new experience, the new awakening. We cooking thought like it's food to the table making. Footwork, we creating something far from faking. We birth the dance in the physical collaboration. With many missions of advancements to achieving freshness. We're about to represent our city here, somebody testing. You'll have a crew to deal the illness of your quick talking. I woke up early in the morning cause my brain was searching. And so was tucked away today inside the minutes lurking. There's only so many years left to walk the surface. Make the best of your planet Earth, the simple service. The simple mental where the logic is the spirit orbit. Those alter egos posing ignorance to us that's morbid. A true story of a Renaissance artist flown.
Don't stop getting knowledge, wisdom, understanding. Don't stop getting knowledge, wisdom, understanding.
Got a lot of soul searching, seeking you shall find me in expression. Congratulated, motivated blessings. Awaken, paying homage to my hostage brain, stepping into every day's a lesson, making seconds as the moment. Shaman up the dance plate, folding my life, parallel with to accomplish goals, seeking the light. Night intruders of performance into space with a mic, a live connection into spirit form, winning the fight. I'm breaking formulas, I'm in it like a physicist. Physically fit, the freak of beat in my sleep. My state of consciousness is dropping with the intellect, reflection in your memory, your mental, your keep. I'm being shared to the people who listen, who catch a cosmic light, energy and love for existence. I time travel with my eyes closed tight. The mighty ghost play the chord, that's my third eyesight.
Don't stop getting knowledge, wisdom, understanding. Don't stop getting knowledge, wisdom, understanding.
I talk to the music with intelligence. Elevated conscious, contemporary elements. Higher states of medicine, messing with the gravity. Shifting body ligaments where language felt flattery. Actually practice-based reality. Most case creating aid. Feeling to the people wanting music. Mind on another string, far away. Time intertwined with the universe. Trueness on the right state of mind. Surface over high above to range theatrical. Battle of the year came organic, now robotical. Optical illusions cause you're looking, not listening. Vision freedom fighter form fresh when I'm ripping it. Slipping under trance while I transform the mind state. I rate, generate dimension causing energy.
Don't stop getting knowledge, wisdom, understanding. Don't stop getting knowledge, wisdom, understanding. Knowledge, wisdom, understanding.
At this juncture in my life, I wish thought I'd be situated.
Alicia Lau.
Would be different. Somehow easier. I drink too much, but I won't stop. God done brought here with change. I guess somehow my life is easier. Somehow my life seems easier. I'm never gonna say I'm gonna feel this way again, but I swear I wanna thank you 'cause it's easier. I complain, but it's easier. I know you love me 'cause it's easier, easier, oh easier. Got a man in the White House and he works for me. The first lady in the White House looks like me.
Yo, yo, yo. That was dope. Yeah, there's so much I can say about that. There's, I just learned, I said to, these are my final thoughts? Okay. One final thought. One, I just want to say thank you to both DJ Surreal and Frequency. You guys curated some phenomenal sets right there. A special shout out to DJ Frequency. That Hear Me Out, the title cut from my first track is very special and dear to me, and I love the original instrumentation that you added to that, which is Moroccan, according to you. Dope. I love it. And I want to say one thing before I pass this over to Jaguna is that I mentioned to Jasmine a few seconds ago that I think what makes Seattle special is that we have so much talent up here that could have flew the coop and made it big and just blew up in other arenas, UK, wherever they opted to go, LA, Atlanta, whatever. But they opted to stay in the town and do their thing. And as a result, this is what we got. Everlasting.
Yes, yes. Yeah, I think, special shout out to the DJs who put on the set tonight. I think the vibe of the era was captured perfectly. And, as Yida mentioned, this area is special. And I think that era was particularly special because of all of the diverse elements that come into the music in this particular area that give it a particular vibe, right? And of course, every era of music is different, every region is different, and everybody's biased to their own era, but I think ours is particularly special. I mean, the vibe of it and the energy of it is very strong. And when we listen to the music and we run through it and we reminisce on it, we feel good. It's music that leaves you with a positive strength and energy, and I love that about it. As I listen to Hear Me Out and other songs that really have meaning to them, really have depth, but are funky and are hard, but really have strength and depth. And that's something that I think is special about the music and gives it that timeless quality to it. So this was a great experience.
Hey, so I know we're running out of time here, but we keep having this topic of acknowledging the women in hip hop. Yes. And there's a few in the thread who I just want to give a shout out to. One is Olisa. She been in here. Spicy. Like, let's not. I just want to put it out there that when in the beginning, when I first started really doing this, she was one of the individuals who I really looked up to, who was fearless when it came to touching the microphone and really doing her thing. And her contributions cannot be forgotten about. Felicia Loud. Let's just put that out there. And there's so many more, but these are just a few who I just want to say I came up under. And, I seen Olisa out there on the street busking, selling music hard, a cappella, no mic, no sound system, no nothing, with just crowds of people really putting in that work as far as the town is concerned. So just want to shout you out.
Anybody else?
Nah, you Jazz.
Oh, no.
We want to say what
real,
we
for
can give you.
But we were talking before we got back on, when we were shouting, acknowledging like different producers. And one of the people that hasn't been mentioned is Amos Miller.
Yes,
Amos. Shout out to him.
Who has been out here doing this thing. So I definitely want to send love to Amos. He just recently lost his mother. And so love and light to you. And just you're so talented. And,
Thank you for bringing him up. He
yeah.
put in so much work.
Man.
Yeah.
We're Central District out here, so we got to give that guy love. But we made good time today, you guys. This has been a really great experience. Every week, you know, we have something new. We have these amazing conversations. We have this amazing music with these really talented DJs. Tonight has been incredible. The energy the two of you guys brought to this episode is just, I mean, the conversation has been nonstop for 3 hours. You know, the things that you guys watching haven't seen or heard, I mean, we've been talking the entire time. So much energy, so many memories just around the music and so much that came up. So it's been an incredible night. Thank you guys for continuing to tune in every Saturday. Again, shout out to Spicy. You're here every week, girl, and I so appreciate you. As well as the other folks who have been tuning in every week. Just another reminder that next week, instead of Saturday, we will be here on Friday in acknowledgement of Juneteenth. So, you know, because we're still in that even though people are out in the streets, you know, protesting and rallying and whatnot, we're still in a somewhat lockdown stage. And so, you know, we have to celebrate Juneteenth differently this year. And so we're going to bring you a special episode of 206 The Break. We're going to sit down. I'm going to sit down with Giorgio Brown of the Cool Out Network, and we are going to talk about his amazing, you know, near 30-year history of capturing Seattle hip hop. And he has compiled some footage that we're going to be able to look at. And so instead of listening to DJ sets next week, we're going to be actually watching footage of live shows and all kinds of things from the past 30 years that Giorgio has captured. And he and I will be in an amazing conversation, I'm sure. So make sure that you tune in on Friday at 7 o'clock. Tell your folks, make sure people know so they don't try to tune in on Saturday and miss the mark. And we will try to keep that episode up on the Wari page. So if you do miss it, you can tune in and share it with folks and allow other people to watch it. Just to reiterate, I want to shout out our DJs for this week. You guys killed it.
Thank you.
You really did. You guys just killed it. So, you know, thank you, Jen. Thank you, George, a.k.a. Frequency, and DJ Surreal. You know, we got to do this again because it was just amazing. And then, of course, thank you to my brothers right here who brought the conversation, who brought the energy. Gidim and Jaguna. Thank you. Just thank you. This has been rich.
Thank you.
Rich.
Thank you.
And this is something that we need right now. So I just so appreciate you guys being willing to come out and share the space with us and bring your energy and your intellect and your black man brilliance. So we'll see you guys next week, live from Wari in the Central.
Peace. Thank you guys for tuning in. It's been great.